What's going on? What's going on?
Nation.
Got a good one tonight. My brothers. Sorry late. I having trouble with the intro. Wouldn't load. Damn son of a gun, but fresh intro as always. I actually did it right for once. I got two special guests for y'all tonight. One never been on the channel before, and I'm excited as hell to have him. This is one of the big supporters of PCP and the horror show. Glad to have him. My man, Island Boy Manuel, in the house. Good to have you, my brother. Good to have you.
Glad to be here.
Dude, I always appreciate, man, you all the support. Sorry, I dropped something. But before I forget, got good old Jab in the building as well, man. Good to have you as well. I know this one scared the shit out of you, but
it's bothered me.
Good to have you as always, my brother.
Yeah, man. Glad to be here too, man.
Did it bother you more than the thing?
No, nothing will ever bother me more than the thing. It still bothers me because the thing can touch you and you're it. That's it.
Yeah.
You're done. So I hate anything like that. Don't touch me.
This one is
just
though, man.
the devil incarnate, or bringing in the devil incarnate.
He's got that squirt gun like out of its mouth. Just get you, man. I wonder, does it have to go in the mouth or does it just have to hit you? But
I think it's probably gotta hit you.
We're here tonight to review John Carpenter's classic, Prince of Darkness. Highly underrated in my opinion. I know it does get a lot more, love nowadays, but I don't think this was one that probably got a lot of love in the theaters. I think it found its love in the VHS, home video era. So it's good to see that people are showing it love nowadays because it is a phenomenal movie. And me and Manuel were talking, and it's a unique idea. It's not just The Thing, that's a remake. Village of the Damned, those are remakes, but John Carpenter's stepping them up big time. But this was I seen him say something, and it might have been in Search of Darkness too. I can't remember, but he said, because when they're talking about Argento and Bava and all the guys doing the Italian stuff in the 80s, and he saw what they're doing, and he's like, all right, he's like, that's what they're gonna do. He's like, let's go, and this is his kind of shot at that. And when you kind of look at it in that perspective, damn, bro, this is a good one. I really enjoy this one, and yeah, I had a lot of fun with this. Robbie, how you doing, my brother?
I'm doing great, man. I'm excited to be here as part of March Madness. This is our 4th March Madness event. We started it off PCP movie night with The Cell. We continued it here on Dylan's Horror Show last week with the Psycho franchise. Last night, we started our John Carpenter double feature. We did In the Mouth of Madness. And tonight, Prince of Darkness. Bruh, I could not be more excited. When I first watched this film, I underappreciated it. Like, not having seen this film, you just know that it's the John Carpenter film with Alice Cooper. And, like, Alice Cooper's, like, barely in the film, right? But, like, watching it this week, it affected me so much more deeply. And I'm just happy as shit to be here, Dylan. Thank you so much for having me.
As always, man. How we doing tonight, Manuel?
Oh, dude, I'm doing phenomenal. I love this movie. You and I were talking about it, I don't know, a couple of times in the DMs and IG, man, and it's such an original concept. And that's what I gravitate towards. I mean, last night on In the Mouth of Madness, that's probably pound for pound a better film, but there's something about this film that draws me in deeper. Like, I enjoy this on a much different level. So
it's like that underdog, man. You want to root for it, you know. You feel it kind of might not get as much love as In the Mouth of Madness, and you know, it's like that secret that no one knows about, and you're just like, yeah, I know.
Well, neither one of these films get love. You know, neither one of these films get love. You know, and so like they've become cult classics, both of them. But I think they're two of Carpenter's best films. I mean, it's hard to Carpenter's. It's easier to pick out a handful of his worst films, like films that are not good, than it is to pick out a handful of his films that are like really like above par. And both of these are above par.
Oh yeah,
yeah, I agree. Delaney, man, because I can't forget you, my brother. How you doing tonight?
I'm pretty good, man. I'm all right. Yeah, especially with this film. I mean, I'm better than most. It's just, oh gosh. I think the thing that gets me is the fact that like they break it down on like a physics level of what this is and how quantum physics is like so ingrained because they want to make sure that you know about this film, that the introduction pretty much tells you that science is being involved with whatever this thing is that's in this church, and they want to you know, find out what it is and translate it, you know, and it's just scientific from a scientific standpoint. I still wouldn't have done this. The second somebody said, hey, let's go to this church, and then the second you walk in and you see this glowing green thing, I'm like, fuck it. I'm out.
Yo, it's
so
as soon as I saw the homeless people like with the damn spiders crawling on her face, I'm out. You know what I'm saying?
If Alice Cooper's standing there, I'm pretty much gone anyway. I'm gone.
Right.
Because I noticed like he had that pancake makeup on. He had the makeup on, but then his hands were normal. Yeah. And he's just standing there. Always the creepiest thing ever. And I'm like, oh, wow, okay. These homeless people started showing up. The second they started showing up on that, I'd have been like, yep, I'm out too. There's so many outs. There's so many outs in this movie. And no one takes them. And I'm just like, oh, when it's time to leave, you die. So I would have done it way before that happened. But this film got me. Like I said, I watched the double feature of In the Mouth of Madness and then this. And they're smashed together in my psyche of how messed up it is. I'm just like, oh God.
Well, they both ask you to question reality and your perception.
Yeah.
And what you believe is true, you know, and that's what all three of the Apocalypse trilogy films do. The Thing being the other one, in a more like direct manner, but these two get a little bit more. I think In the Mouth of Madness gets more cerebral, but this one gets more atmospheric. This one gets more
this
like
the look of it.
This is
the look of the end.
This is literally one of the creepiest John Carpenter films there is.
Because
plus it's not like it's not a slasher or, you know, a bad guy or a crazy writer. It's like the basically what I'm trying to think of how
Jar of
I think
Evil?
Alice Cooper put it. It's like, yeah, I mean, it's the original evil person. I mean, it's what I mean, like it don't get more evil than what this is, or horrific. This like that's like real life horror to some people, but I love too the green sludge because it's not like CGI. I always thought that'd be CGI, but that's real sludge. Yeah.
That's pretty gross.
The,
Yeah.
Just a big ass lava lamp. It's nothing special.
Yeah.
yeah.
It's dripping upward.
That shit was at the club in
Right.
2001,
The
man.
camera upside down.
We've done that.
I'd have been out, bro. Out. As soon as I
Oh,
saw
I've been out way before.
Oh, hell
I've
yeah.
been way
I
before.
straight up would have been that guy, be like, "This is our chance to bridge philosophy, science, and religion. We must
Yes.
investigate this."
And I'd have been like deuces.
Yeah, you would have. I know you
Yeah.
would have. I would have convinced
Immediately.
Dylan and Manuel to come with us, though.
Yeah, I'd have shown up, and I'd have left right the hell away. I'd have been the guy telling it's caca, and then I'd have
I
turned.
feel like
into a
I
bunch
could.
of
I
them.
feel like I could have convinced you to stay.
Oh, I probably would have.
Yeah, I'd be like, "Come on, bro. I'll buy you 5 chalupas,
I
And
need
not-
no
not
damn
Alabama.
Alabama pancake.
not
man.
Alabama
Yeah,
pancakes."
Oh.
Those are the best kind.
It's either eating that Chinese food, you've been like, I got taco boxes all around on me, and we gonna ride this out.
Not for my
Yeah.
ever-loving soul.
I love that all the college students that they bring along with them are like fucking 40 years old, and
No
then they put it-
shit.
and they put them all on cots and shit. That's where I would have been out. That's where I'd have been out. I've been like, all right, dude, we're gonna do this. Look how interesting this is. I'd be like, cool. Then they put my old ass on a cot. I'd be like, not happening.
Nah,
We're
bro, we
gonna
wouldn't
stay
even had a
here on
cot. I'd be
time.
like, "You got to sleep in your car.
Yo,
Shit.
you
Go
got
sleep in a
caught.
pew."
You gotta stay up all night. You gotta stay up for the next 48 hours and do work on this thing. And I'm like, all of that still passed. I'm like, I'm gonna need time to eat. I'm gonna need time to sleep. I don't care what's going on with this thing right now.
You would have been, Jelani, if you were in this movie, you would have been the character. I can't remember the actor's name, but the character that he was in Big Trouble in Little China, not the old guy, not the professor, but
Asian
guy?
Dennis Dunn.
yeah, he was just trying to get laid the whole time. And he was like, "Man, I had plans this week." That would have been Jelani. He'd be like, "I'm doing this for my credit. I got to get one more credit."
I'd have been screaming like him.
He's like,
I'd have acted a fool
So
like
we gonna
him.
have a
'Cause I was
talk.
like, if I was trapped in that room, I would have been talking or until it was
You guys
time.
got to get me out of here, man.
Y'all get me out of here.
oh my god!
But yeah,
As soon as-
it bothers me. This movie still bothers me.
I
Just a
was
little bit.
laughing so hard when that happens, and then he just starts like breaking through. I'm like, why the fuck didn't you do that
What'd you
30
do
minutes
earlier?
ago? It took him like, and then of course as soon as he starts doing that and getting through the wall, those guys have already opened the door, moved everything behind the
Yup.
door, and the one guy gets sprayed in the mouth, and it's like you just fucked everybody, you dumbass. It's like you should have done that a while ago. But it's funny. I love the diverse cast in this. It's one of the most diverse casts in
It truly
freaking
is,
horror
Oh, yeah.
history, I'd say.
especially for
And
1987.
I love
Oh hell yeah.
it. Yeah. I mean, I love John Carpenter. Always bringing
that guy with the mustache. Is
John
Simon.
Carpenter uses all his favorite people.
Dude. The idea of Victor Wong playing that professor was fucking genius. Like I would have never thought of him in that role.
Yeah.
But he freaking kills it, dude.
Perfect
nails
in
it.
that movie.
He
Oh,
is.
so good.
He does.
And the
I
way
like his
he
performance in
might
this
be
was
my
better.
absolute favorite from Big Trouble. Besides Kurt Russell, I think Wong is my favorite from Big Trouble in Little China. I just love him in there.
Yeah, I like him better in this film than Big Trouble, and he's excellent in Big Trouble. He's excellent in everything I've seen him in.
Yeah.
man, so.
I think the best thing I've seen him in is purely nostalgic is Three Ninjas, man. I will watch this shit.
I
out of
love
Three
it.
Ninjas.
forgot about Three Ninjas.
Yes,
Oh,
he's in Three
yeah.
Ninjas,
Oh,
man.
I watched it with my daughter the other day, and they always shoot him from above, and it's fucking no way it's him in any way, shape, or form whenever he's doing karate. It's like some other dude with a completely different body type is in there doing it. God,
Yeah, right. Yeah,
God, I
right?
love that movie.
he's also in Golden Child and Last Emperor, but
Yes, he
he's
is.
also other
Yeah.
horror film. He's in Tremors,
Yes, he is.
Yes, he is.
Yep,
Gosh,
that's what
and
he's
he's
Oh my
literally in
God.
every Three
It's
Ninjas movie,
Yeah.
and there are way more than I
I
realized.
love him in
I thought there
Oh.
were just 3.
what is it, Chang's or whatever? I forget the store. He's like a big component in Tremors, but he gets eaten
Oh.
by one of them. Spoiler alert.
Spoilers.
I forget what it is.
Spoilers.
Walter Chang.
Yeah.
Walter Chang.
I love
But,
that he's just
So I'm
unashamedly.
gonna
Oh, go ahead.
oh no, finish before
Oh, I was just gonna say, I love that he's like
before I go.
unashamedly
Go
trying to
ahead.
fucking make money off the graboids. You know what I mean? It's like
Yeah.
taking pictures,
Yeah.
fucking photo booths. Love that, man.
I'll give you $10 for it.
Yeah.
And then when they catch that big one, and then they're like, "We gonna get a whole lot more than $10 from Chang on this one."
Yeah.
I love that one. I wish they would have kept him longer for the sequels. That would have been awesome to see him reprise in like every sequel. But what I was gonna say is sidetrack for 1 second. Robbie hit me with 3 trailers, and you two probably won't be able to really talk about these, but I know you guys can check them out after. Horror this week. Robbie hit me. I was lacking this week, and I actually knew about the one, but the other 2 I didn't know. One, I'm highly anticipating a movie called The Unholy with Jeffrey Dean Morgan. You can check the trailer out right now for all 3 of these movies I'm going to mention. Jeffrey Dean Morgan, William Sadler, which horror icon in my book. I forget who else I saw in the trailer, but
It's produced by Raimi.
basically it's about, yes, that was the name I was thinking of. Yeah, produced by Raimi, and I think maybe the director of that Don't Breathe movie, which that's a good one, that house invasion movie, and the guy is like deaf or blind. And then they're like, yeah, that's a good one if you haven't seen it. But Jeffrey Dean Morgan is like a reporter or something, and there's this girl. It reminds me of a Supernatural episode, if you've ever seen it. And this girl is basically curing people. Like, say a kid can't walk, and somehow she has the gift to, cure him and make him be able to walk. And she's saying that like the Virgin Mary has like come to her, given her this power or something. And then like the Vatican, they're kind of investigating it, and Jeffrey Dean Morgan's investigating it kind of, and trying to get it out there to the world, because obviously some people are going to believe it and majority aren't. They're going to think it's BS. But out of these 3 movies, that one I'm really excited for. As soon as I saw Jeffrey Dean Morgan, I was sold. William Sadler boosted it up, and then you see Sam Raimi on the producing. I'm all in for that one, like no doubt. And the other one is Into the Dark. They got every month they're doing a new movie, which they were for a while, but they had stopped for a little bit, and then they came back with Tentacles, which me and Robbie really liked. This one is, what is that again? Tentacles was sick. What was this again? I want to say Bad Moon, but it's not. It's Blood Moon.
How long
Dark
ago was
Blood
Tentacle come out?
What was that?
Tentacles came out at Valentine's weekend.
Okay.
It's on Hulu.
It's on Hulu?
Yeah, all these are, it's basically Blumhouse has a deal with Hulu, and they put out a movie every month, and they're always a horror movie, and most of the time they're based around the holiday. A lot of times they're based around the holiday. Not always though, but a lot of times they come out around a holiday if there is. And sometimes there's not a holiday that month and there's just a movie, But this one seems to be about a mother and her son. And I mean, you're going to get this easily from the trailer, but the son who's a little boy, seems to be a werewolf, Blood Moon. But she comes to this small town or something. People are kind of, figuring out that, blood follows wherever these people go. It looked interesting, something, we've seen before, but it might be, intriguing with the kid being a werewolf. But, you're definitely going to see that the mama bear protect her young. So
yeah. And the
I'll be
fact
checking it
that
out.
she's trying to hide that this kid's a werewolf from this
Yeah.
new
She,
Oh,
like locks him, and then she'll try to lock
I mean,
him up. Like,
is it
on the
killer?
night.
Is it like killing people?
I don't know, man. We ain't seen
Yeah.
the movie yet. It looks okay
Yeah.
though.
Okay.
Yeah, that was
Okay.
the one I was kind of least excited for. But I've watched all the Into the Dark movies, and most of the time they're always, from like just good to decent. None of them are ever bad or anything. I've always thought they were just good, But
So
Tentacles blew me away.
so
Some
is
are
Tentacles the best
really
one?
good. Tentacles is probably the best one in my opinion.
So then
There's
no other one I
called-
watch is as good as the one I've watched. That's great. That's great
Oh
to hear.
wow.
There are some. There
Yeah,
are
just
some that
throw in the
come
towel,
close.
Robbie.
Yeah, you're
There's
done.
some that come close. There's one called I think Good Boy, and it's got the daughter of Laurie Strode in the 2018 Halloween movie, and that one's really good. It's kind of like, when the dog is in the thing is the monster or whatever. It's kind of like that, but this girl just gets a dog from the vet or something, and she's taking care of it, and then people start dying, and then. That one I'd recommend you watching. They're worth watching.
Judy Greer.
Bobby. There's
That's her
some
name.
really good ones.
Yeah,
They're worth it.
Yeah, Judy Greer. Thank you.
Judy
And
Greer.
I forgot, what was
It took me a
what
while.
was the name of the last
Oh,
one?
I
The
thought you
other
were
one
talking
is-
about
something.
The other one
Granddaughter.
is The Power.
Yeah, you said the third one.
The Power.
Yeah,
The Power.
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, The Power.
Is it on?
this
Okay.
one seems
So
to
all
be
these are on
about-
Hulu.
Hold no.
Oh, okay.
No,
Different movie. Okay.
Just the one.
just wanna be
Just
sure.
The,
Just
just
wanna be
the Blood Moon.
Okay.
This one is going to be on Shudder. This one's going to be on Shudder. It's called The Power, and it looks like it takes place in maybe 1950s or something. I didn't really get a date on it. Maybe before, I don't know. So,
Like in Ireland or something
And,
too.
yeah, but before there was electricity, I'd say, because they're using like lamps for light. So it's like a nurse getting a job at what is it? I think it is. Yeah, she's some type of nurse, and I
Yeah.
forget where she's working at. Some type of hospital or
I think it's like a
something. I don't know
Catholic.
what it was, but
Yeah,
I think
it
it's like a
says,
Catholic hospital.
says on Shutter that it's England in 1970 during a nationwide electrical blackout. They'd have like 3-day
Oh, okay.
weeks in England back then to like conserve power.
Oh wow.
Huh.
yeah,
So she's like
but yeah, I guess
she's this nurse or whatever, and she has to do the night shift, and something's in the dark. But it
Mhm,
looks like
yeah.
your typical ghost film, like modern ghost film, right?
yeah, and she seems to be scared of the dark, like already. So I guess that's gonna tie in. But that one looked pretty good.
Lots
So I
of
get
lots
that
of
now.
jump scares,
Yeah.
right?
I get it now because you're saying that they had to
jump scares,
conserve
yeah, I can
power.
see that.
They had to conserve power back in those days, and so they're saying that she's having to work these shifts where they cut the power,
Mhm.
and then the shit starts happening. Okay, that's interesting.
Yeah.
But it does look like your typical
Okay.
post Conjuring ghost story movie.
Yeah. Lots of jump scares. I'm wondering where the
Mhm.
hell all these cats come
Oh
from
my-
that keep jumping out during them fucking jump scares at the first parts of those movies. How many people have that many
Oh,
cats
man.
hiding around in the dark and shit?
I'm right there with Dylan on these films. I think that the trailer for Blood Moon and for The Power looked all right, but The Unholy looked fucking awesome, bro. It looked great. It's like this chick gets a vision
Who is-
from the Virgin
Okay.
Mary. This one's going to be in theaters, right? And it's in April.
Yeah.
But so she
April
gets this
2nd.
this vision of the BVM, and she can start like performing these miracles. And the Catholic Church is very like hesitant about it, and basically it's not the source of this miracle is not Mary. It's something unholy, right? But the trailer was very effective. The trailer was very effective. It was the best
Okay.
of all of them. I said the exact same thing on the wrap up in the morning, Dylan. I like me and you, bro. We're like horror bros, man.
Oh,
Station.
so cute.
Station, my brother. Am I still behind?
Just slightly, but not as bad as
But not
the other
terrible.
night.
Yeah, you're good now.
I hate it, man. I hate it. How can
We'll
I
just
run
wait
a
on you
show?
to call for us, and we'll raise our hands like we're in elementary school.
We're here.
But I haven't really got to shout out the chat. Thank you, everyone in the chat. You guys know as I'm clicking on you, I love y'all. Y'all the
Hey, there was
best.
one more thing though, Dylan.
Yeah.
Bruce Campbell confirmed Evil Dead Rises is filming this year.
Nice.
Swear, what is that? Is he gonna be
What?
in it?
I don't know if he actually is. He's producing it.
Is that the sequel
Sam
to the
Raimi?
remake?
No, it's the next. He says it's part 4, but they're trying to like pick up and move on with a different character. I think.
No,
I don't know.
Okay.
Evil Dead Rises confirmed
I've
to be filming.
I've heard things, but like they can never really land on what.
I bet Manuel will look it up for us.
I'm looking it up right now.
Yeah.
I heard Evil Dead and I was like, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, it is. He is not returning as his iconic character.
It is like
a
He's
new
too
hero.
old, man.
I have no idea what happened at the end of Ash versus Evil Dead. I have no idea, and I hope he didn't die in it. Please don't die.
I think it went to black and there was end credits. I think
I
that's
haven't
what
watched
happened.
any of that.
Don't stop.
Because the show kind of got cut off. I don't think it really got the end out of things. But
Yeah.
I love, dude, that show is incredible. I actually think I never finished season 3, to be honest. So I gotta get on that. I
There was an
actually
episode
really
that
gonna-
went too far for me, and I was like, I'm stopping now. And
Oh, I gotta
was-
watch it then. If it went too far for you, I
It
gotta
What
went
watch
too
season
it.
was that?
Dude,
I think it was
it
season
goes
2, in the middle of
farther
season 2.
than any of the movies. It
It
goes
was
farther
like-
than any of the movies.
Yeah, it does. It really does. It's good. Don't trust me. The first season is like, mwah. That's the
Magnifique.
beginning of the second season. Magnifique. It is gorgeous. But like that second season, like there was an episode that just like I was like, I mean, I'll wait to watch this again, and I just kept putting it off and putting it off, and putting it off. Then I heard it was over, and I was like, no. And I never got it. I forgot what channel it was on. I think it was like Stars or something. I can't remember what it was, but I didn't have that
Stars.
subscription anymore. I didn't have Stars anymore, so I couldn't watch it anymore. Except if I R'd it, and I just didn't feel like it. So one of these days I will end up picking up watching it.
One of these days, I'm going to cut you into little pieces. Pink Floyd reference.
I think being Ash, especially in the Stars show, really put a toll on Bruce over the years, just period, because he does like all his stunts and stuff, and then just getting covered in blood. Like the show,
Yeah,
you think he gets covered in blood in the movies? Oh my god,
it's almost every episode.
freaking. Oh
It's so
my, like
serious.
seriously, he's getting like tortured, like legit, man. So I could
Fact,
see
it
why
happened so bad in season 2. I was like,
he's like, I'll produce it. I'll just produce it. But bummer, because I mean, if they can get somebody good, and continue the series after, I mean, that'd be good. But it's just not the same without him. I mean, the remake was good. The remake was crazy, man. That girl.
I like the remake. It took me a
arm
while.
off, like.
Mhm. It took me a
But
while to
it's
get
not-
used to the gore.
It's a different tone. It's tonally way different,
Yeah.
But
It's not.
so that's horror this week, and thank you, Robbie, for that, my man,
Station.
coming out with some bangers. Because I'd seen the trailer, I'd seen Unholy, and I didn't watch the trailer like on IMDb. I got a
I gotta watch it.
pop up for it, and I just didn't watch it, but I'm so happy for that. Jeffrey Dean and William Sadler. I'm a huge. I love William Sadler. I love Jeffrey
Yeah.
Dean Morgan too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This
Yeah.
looks good, man. It looks really good.
Yeah, and
Unholy looks
honestly, it's not-
amazing.
I feel like everyone likes him from Walking Dead, but I love him from Supernatural.
Oh yeah.
Bro, whatever. Watchman, comedian.
He was a comedian.
Yeah,
He was
there
a
you
great
go.
comedian.
There you go.
Watchmen is
he
great
is.
on
Plus,
film.
in everything he's in, he like either dies quick or he's already dead. Like
Yeah.
he dies in everything he was in for
Bruce
the longest
Wayne's dead.
time.
He's Thomas
Except for
Wayne.
Walking Dead, he's still Negan in Walking
But I'm
Dead.
talking about at a
But
certain
I understand.
point. At a
He will
certain
die,
point.
I'm sure.
And he was even in that one movie that had Gerard Butler, where he was the dead husband who was already dead at the beginning of the movie. You remember that?
Yeah. I forgot. Was that P.S. I Love
P.S.
You?
I love you. Yes,
That was
it
P.S. I Love
was.
You. That
Yes.
was P.S. I Love You.
Why do
I
we
don't know
know
why I
this
know that.
shit? This is
I
why
don't
we're
know.
on YouTube talking about movies, because we know about P.S. I
You
love
know,
you.
I was like, oh, yeah, I guess I knew that.
He's already dead when that movie starts.
hmm
Mm-hmm.
He's the ghost.
Yeah, so sad.
He dies at the beginning of Watchmen.
Yeah.
That's the whole.
That's
He's
maybe
the whole point of the Watchmen happening.
He dies at the very beginning of one of Delaney's favorite movies when he's Bruce Wayne's father. You know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. Of course, I'm going to be Thomas Wayne in the fucking DC universe. Of course.
Dude,
He'll make a great Thomas Wayne. He'll make a great like if they do
they're going to throw his
Flashpoint and ruin it. Like they're going to ruin Flashpoint. Yeah, I can't wait.
Anyway, that's not horror. Dylan, what do you want to do? Let's throw back to Dylan. This is the show.
Go for it.
We'll get into the review now, fellas.
All right.
So let's start off with my man Manuel. What'd you think of your thoughts on your overall thoughts on Prince of Darkness? And we're gonna you see what we do on Robbie, so we'll kind of do, you know how it goes.
Oh yeah, I'll try to be concise. Try not to go on one of my fucking soapbox rants that I like to do.
Please do.
That's what
this
we like
film.
to hear.
We talk here apparently, so we talk.
What I really enjoy about this film is actually, to be honest, it's like the first 11 minutes. I mean, the whole movie is great, but that first setup, this is probably the best use of opening credits in a film and like getting information out there and setting a mood. Like if you watch just like, I think it's 11 minutes, you watch that first 11 minutes and that tells you everything you need to know about how this film is going to play, and it sets up the mood and it stays at that heightened sense, that atmosphere, like Robbie put it, the entire fucking movie. And as somebody who really likes cinematography and production value, almost every shot in that beginning is a pan, is a crane, is a tracking shot, and it's visually interesting. And there's one shot I paused and showed my wife as she's driving down the freeway with my fucking kids in the car. I love this shot so much because I had to watch it as we're driving back from running errands today. I said, look at this shot. It's the priest talking to two cardinals and they're in front of a fountain. And the way that he framed that, where they are not the focused element, but the edge of the fountain is, and it's half cutting off one of those cardinals. I watched that and I said, this is voyeuristic. This is us watching something we shouldn't even be privy to. And John knows that. And it's a short little fucking thing, but I'm sorry about the swearing, but I have a lot of coffee to try to stay off of this. But my point is,
where you're at.
John knew, dude. He knew just that little tiny freaking clip was enough to already throw us off, right? Because we instinctively are supposed to like trust the Exorcist type figures in horror movies, and this is like some shady shit that we're seeing. So like, I don't know, that first 11 minutes, dude, told me everything I needed to know about watching this film, and then it just gets progressively better until the end, which is still good, but the end is anyway. That's my brief concise thoughts on what I thought, man. Loved this movie.
Interesting that you didn't really like the ending.
It wasn't that I didn't like the ending. It's just everything in this film was something we haven't seen before, and then the ending is something we've seen a lot.
Huh?
Yeah,
would you compare the ending?
Not the major conceit of the mirror and all that shit without jumping too far ahead. But I'm talking about, this is the same setup we've seen in Demon Knight. It's the same setup in a bunch of zombie movies like this, where we're whittled down to these survivors and everybody's getting, it's Evil Dead, right? Everyone's getting possessed. There's all this shit going around. And yes, there's a really, really cool thematic through line of the metaphysics of it all. But at the end of the day, that is basically to wrap up the film and give us this body count, I feel.
Well, but I like the whole idea that the ending isn't the ending. Like, you know, they think that they've solved it. Yay! They go through the mirror, they break it. Oh, sad sacrifice, blah blah blah. And then no bullshit. That's not what actually happened.
That dream sequence,
and
at the end.
It ties in back to the idea that even though the nature of reality is probabilistic, all of time space exists as one entity. Past, future, present is all real as of right now. It's all one constant now, right? Yep. And you can't change the future. You can't stop it, you know? And like, it's coming. It's this dread that's in these movies. Like, I mean, Carpenter's good at the dread and he's good at a lot of cool stuff, but these three films in particular, In the Mouth of Madness, the Thing, and Prince of Darkness, they all
It's
don't
the
end
end.
well
No,
whatsoever.
no.
You know,
No.
and it just really, you know, I don't know. I really like the ending of this film. So I just thought that was interesting, Manuel. That's all.
I still love you, Robbie.
I like
I
you.
like it.
Oh,
I'm just kidding, man. I love you too, brother.
I want to hear both both you two's thoughts on like the ending too, because sometimes the ending, obviously with this one especially, seems so left open, and I'm bad at that shit sometimes. So I want to hear your thoughts on that, because this is a movie that I haven't studied as much as I wish I have. As like this is one I don't know as much. I feel like I've watched this a handful of times, maybe 5 times. So, and all his other movies besides Dark Star and like Starman and Elvis, I've seen over 10 times, especially
never
The
seen that.
Thing, you know, They Live. I've seen the Thing. I've seen probably like 100 times, legit. But I really
Only
like
watched the 3.
about the fountain and everything.
2.5.
Basically, you know, their Vatican, you know, always got some long secret they've been hiding from us for hundreds of years. But
Yeah, it's that
what'd you think
Satan's a
about
fucking
this one,
alien.
Delaney? You heard me, Jeb?
Oh, I'm sorry. Now I
What'd
didn't
you
hear
think of this one, bro? Oh,
what I think of this movie? Oh, yeah, it still bothers me. I love how the little spaces in between scenes when acts change is when people sleep. You get that message, that transmission that's coming in. I love that because at first I was watching the movie and I was like, I don't know what that is. You know, I mean, is this an intermission or something? Why does it look so weird? Why does it look like it's a VHS tape? Why is it moving? That transition alone makes me love this movie. I love it because like you're telling me that every time someone sleeps, it's basically the future trying to talk to us about what's happening, and it's going to come regardless of what happens.
yeah.
And it's so scary. It's so ominous. This movie, I can sum it up like this: it's something I never thought I would be prepared for, but I just watched the In the Mouth Madness. So I was ready for some nuts. And then I saw some nuts. So it just gives me pause to think people write movies and direct movies and films like this actually occurred. And people actually put thought into stuff like this. This was ahead of its time. This movie is this is very much ahead of its time. If we had, and even now we still like pick it apart. It's too slow. It's this. It's not that. It's the tension that builds. It's this thing that's coming for you. It's so many different aspects. Other than the fact that if I was a student at this college, I still wouldn't have done it. I'd have been like, I guess I'm getting an F for the year because I'm not coming here at all. So I feel like it is an underappreciated movie. It's a hidden gem that I'm surprised this is the first time I've seen it or even heard of it for real. And to know that Alice Cooper's in it, that's pretty cool. It's just, you know, I like his kill. His kill is like the coolest thing ever. Cause like the dumb guy walks into it.
Oh yeah.
Like, I know you're following me, and Alice Cooper's got a bike coming at me.
See, that's what would have happened, Jelani, by the way. You would have left, and then you would have gotten fucking stabbed by Alice Cooper.
I wouldn't, because I wouldn't have left that late. I wouldn't have left that late at all.
He'd have got out the U-Haul, looked at the church, and been like, "Oh hell no!"
I'd have got out. I'd have gone in the church. I'd have seen that glowing thing.
Because remember, like, they don't know what it's about until all that happens. Right? You know, they have no idea.
Fuck this shit, I'm out.
All right.
Yeah. Not at all. And they're told just to come into this church and do this thing. And I'm like, No, I mean I'll get there, and then they'll be like, look at this thing, and I'm like, peace, and that's it. I would have asked no questions, because in science or in the world, I don't see anything like that spinning around that's green. There's nothing in the world that's going
Go
to
to Spencer's, man. You see them all the time, man.
You've seen it before.
Not in a big jug. Not in a big jug and not in the church.
That's what Ecto Cooler looks like in the pouches, bro. That's what it looks like.
It looks delicious. It looks delicious. I miss Ecto Coolers. You're delicious. But yeah, this film really messed with me, man. I think more so it messed with me more than Reanimator ever did. Because of that lady. The lady that gets possessed. That is some of the creepiest shit I've ever seen. Like, all this water comes into her. All that liquid goes into her. Her skin's basically melting. And she's enamored by a mirror. And it's the creepiest thing I've ever seen. It's just like, no. No. I wouldn't have been there that long to find that out. So, yeah, this movie bothers me. Bothers me a lot. That's all I got to say about it.
Hell yeah. All right, Robbie. What'd you think, my brother?
Well, like I alluded to at the beginning of the show, when I first watched this film in my early to mid 20s, I didn't really like it that much. I thought it was okay, but I kind of underappreciated it and eventually got rid of the DVD and, whatever. But now I got the Shout Factory, Scream Factory Blu-ray there and revisited it. And man, I love this film. And it really does hit these. And it was a great 1-2 punch watching In the Mouth of Madness and this one. Two really great, strong concepts from John Carpenter. I love that he's taking religion and philosophy and applying it to science, because there is a philosophical side of science, right? And when you get into quantum theory, it gets into a lot of philosophy, okay? And so, like, for instance, there's this argument that string theory is not actually science, it's philosophy, right? And so I love that you have the professor character, you have this priest. This priest is completely just over the secrecy of the Vatican, the hypocrisy of the Catholic faith, and just, that they've had this secret. And it's tight. I love that. And you got to think that maybe John Carpenter just sat around one day and was just like reading some science journals or something and really kind of got into quantum physics, and maybe he was smoking some doobs one night and was like, yo, man, maybe that could explain like Satan and shit. Right. But ultimately it's about Satan being an alien, but it's something else. It's just like the old ones in Lovecraft that they were referencing in the Mouth of Madness. This is something that is outside of Earth. Like this is in this movie, I'm saying the idea of the Bible and the typical story of good versus evil and God and Satan, it's bullshit. And what it is that there's this dark, ancient force that doesn't give a shit about humanity, Earth, or anything. It's like we are like literally like, it's like stepping on an anthill. They don't give a shit. You know what I'm saying? And so I love that aspect, how it all gets tied together. I love that Carpenter's tying that into quantum theory. And he's trying to do it in a very intelligent way for its time and make sense of it. And I think it's great. And the pacing, the tone, the atmosphere, the music. I think that this is, after watching this film and having listened to this score over and over for the last few days, I think this might be the best John Carpenter score out there.
I almost agree.
I mean, I really do.
It's really close. It's really good.
It's really
it points out so many things. You're right.
It's got the typical John Carpenter stuff.
It's the synth music, yeah.
Mm-hmm. But then it's got the but he does these things where it's almost like he skips a note at times. So it goes from, instead of going like da, it goes da. It's like he does. It's really unnerving, and it builds this. And like Manuel said, like the opening of the film, where it's just kind of like they're not quick cuts, but they're kind of like that intermixed with the credits, and it's just like, and you just get these. And if you're not paying attention at first, you miss a lot, and you have they'll catch you back up. But like, it starts so fucking like, this is big. This is a big deal. This is important. This is a secret. Like, I fucking love this film. I think it's brilliant. Donald Pleasence does a great job. Most of the characters in the film, though, to be honest with you, I don't give a shit. Like, they're cool enough, but they don't, you know, I don't know. It's a nice ensemble there, but like the main character, the dude with the mustache, like he's kind of, I mean, I just feel like they couldn't get Atkins
From Simon and Simon.
I just feel like they couldn't get Atkins for this movie, but I do overall really, really like this film a lot.
I agree, man. I love it too. I love the music. You should watch one of the behind the scenes. They interview the co-composer, Alan Howarth, and he kind of dives into you know, some of the sequences and what he used and why he used it, and that was interesting to hear.
He did Star Trek music, just so you know, by the way.
Oh man, dude, he's legendary. I want to say, I could be wrong, but I swear he works on the Avengers movies too, the music. I might be thinking of somebody else, but I know he's one of the biggest names out there when it comes to music. But yeah, I love this movie. I think it's just atmospheric as hell. The set designs are gorgeous. The green sludge is crazy. The spray, you know, like just the spray coming out of their mouths, and the practical effects. I just love, man. I think the movie is so unique, and Donald Pleasence, it plays a pretty good priest, I'd say. But I love. He's always so kind of comedic to me in a way. Like he's so good, but I kind of like after seeing him, like when I watch Halloween and stuff, I kind of always chuckle at some of the stuff he says. I love it. But it's I wish they would have got Tom Atkins. Now that you said that, like that would have been he would.
You know, that's what he would never have passed as a college student in '87, though.
None of the people in this movie passed as college students, and
That's true.
They are grown 40-year-olds. They pay taxes.
When this movie first starts, I'm like, oh, so this is night school for people that had just gotten their GED. And then like I'm like, oh no, they're studying like physics and shit. So okay.
I mean, I think they were working on their masters or PhDs.
Like, maybe this dude just one day at 35 was like 35. He goes, I want to be a physicist. I'm going to go to school. You can do that. You know, I mean, this is, you know, fucking, this is an amazing world. This is America. You can do that.
No,
you probably can't.
No. 35 thinking about school. I'm 36. I can't even imagine.
I think at 35 you realize you're just stuck, so you're like, fuck it, I'm starting a YouTube channel.
Exactly.
The end.
I had to get ahead of that.
That's right. Get to work.
I wish I would have, Dylan. Can't tell you, man. I wish I would have started one way back in the day.
2008.
Maybe by 30, I'll hit one. Maybe by 30, I'll hit 1K. The legendary.
It's happening this year. God damn it!
I started 6 years ago. I just barely broke 250, Dylan. So you're doing good, man. You're doing good.
It's plus I switch up the channel. I'll switch up the channel in 6 months, so they don't know what to expect.
Yeah. Now everybody's like, horror show. What the fuck is this?
Yeah, I know.
Where are the comics?
But I think they have so many of the members too, so that they can kind of create their army of dead. But I absolutely adore this movie, man. I'm gonna probably watch this like 5 more times, like in the next week, just because I got this 4K, and I just really, this is one that you kind of can like examine and pick up new stuff and interpret, you know, in so many different ways. Yeah, I love that cover.
So good.
But
the OG one, the OG one just does not show what the movie's about. It's like just, it looks like in the Mountain Man, it's like another face melding into whatever. I don't know. I love that new one though, dude.
This cover is dope, man. But I really do love the.
It is,
because you know,
it is.
Screen Factory does it where you can
like
do the reversible.
Yeah.
But
I could have sworn that
the copy
we was like Alice Cooper's face, like just like the fucking real
That's
contrast.
the DVD copy I used to
Who's
have
that?
had Alice
Oh.
Cooper's face on
I was
it.
gonna say I could have sworn that was the one we used to
Wow.
have. But
He's right there.
Yeah, that's what the bummer
Yeah.
about this one is that they didn't give you they don't give you a reverse, because I would have put the Audi use this as the slip and then put the artwork that Robbie has, because this is the 4K version that they just released. But I don't know why that was a big thing that people were bummed about. They're like, no reverse, like come on. But,
Gotta have slip
what are you
color,
gonna do?
man.
We're spoiled now with the reverse covers, man. We
Yeah.
really are.
I know. I love because I love it, because I love like having the new art on the slip, and then I'll put the old art, because I most of the time I go for the old art, unless the like I probably would rather I like the art for the one that you got a little bit better, but I always go, I'm a sucker for the old school art. That was
It
just the
reminds me of
stuff you saw
It reminds me of the
in the
video store.
VHS era.
Yeah.
Exactly. But yeah, this movie is just phenomenally done, and I love it, man. It's just got a star-studded cast. I mean, from I got maybe not star-studded, but I think that there's some.
It's
really
got
good
Simon
talent here.
from Simon and Simon in it.
it's got
It's star-studded.
It's got the mom
Yeah, I
from
think-
Seventh
I think it's a
Heaven
John-
as the fucking Antichrist. I mean, that's amazing.
That's Jameson Parker,
See?
by the way, Delaney.
To other
Yeah.
people, it might not be
Mustang
a
Simon
star-studded
from
cast.
Simon
To
and
me,
Simon.
it's a John Carpenter star-studded cast. This is a John Carpenter
Yeah.
star-studded
It is.
cast, without a doubt. I mean, you get the total, you get Donald Pleasence, you get I can't think of his name, but he the guy who's flipping the apple and doing the trumpet sound, he's in
Yeah.
every John Carpenter movie.
He was in the Mouth of Madness. We talked about him. He was the guy in Deadwood.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He
I
holds the
can't think of
record
his
for the
name,
most
but-
John Carpenter films.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
I always adore seeing him. So
I liked
Yeah.
his trick, man, the juggling with the apples.
yeah, I love that one.
part, man. I love that.
He's just got the biggest smile on his face.
He's just like, "Ah." He's got
That's
his, like,
Peter
that's
Jason.
so funny.
Peter Jason is his name.
yeah.
Peter
He
Jason.
He's awesome.
And then
And he played
He,
Con Stapleton in Deadwood, was what I was trying
Yeah.
to remember last night.
Yes. Yes, he
yeah,
was.
his like little errand boy who gets killed by Alice Cooper. He's in Deep Star 6, and he's I was looking. He's in another movie too. The guy didn't do much, but he was in like 4 horror movies, and I was like, oh, that's what's up. Because I watched Deep Star 6 this week, the Sean Cunningham movie. Have you heard of it, Robbie? I know Delaney that does, because he was shaking his head, but
Mhm.
it's a good one. Underwater sea monster. It's a good one. It's
Delaney
on
was just being
Amazon Prime
polite.
right now. It's on Amazon Prime. So if you
Which
haven't,
one?
I would
Deep Star
highly
6?
recommend it. Deep Star 6.
Deep
Yeah.
Star. I've heard of Deep Star 6.
It's basically like an
It's
underwater.
a Cunningham film, like he directed it.
I don't know if he directed it. I know he produced it. I don't know if he directed it.
Right.
But it was really good. I watched it this week. Miguel Ferreira, and I love Miguel Ferreira. I actually just found out this week that he was George Clooney's cousin.
Really?
That they're like
Station.
his Miguel Ferreira's mother was George Clooney's mother's sister. So George Clooney's mom was his aunt. So yeah. But all right, one thing we got.
He passed away recently. Like,
yeah, a few years
like a
ago,
couple years
throat
ago?
cancer, I guess.
yeah.
He does one movie. There's this one movie, and I never hear nobody talk about it. It's a Stephen King adaptation. I think it was a Showtime or HBO Max or Stars, something, but it was a Showtime movie, The Night Flyer.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
Criminally underrated. I always remember. I got it back here because the DVD.
He was in The
it doesn't have
Stand, too.
Blu-ray.
The miniseries.
If you see the cover, he is. If you see the cover of it, you will remember seeing this cover at the VA at Blockbuster without a doubt. I'll pull it out. I'll pull it out at the end, unless.
Though to be fair, Dylan, you do like a lot of shitty Stephen King adaptations.
Hey, well,
Wow.
that's my.
I mean, I'm just
That was
saying.
uncalled for. That was
That's my prerogative, young man, because I was there. I was there.
Dude, Dylan, I
Robbie's a
I
horror
made my
snob.
wife watch some shitty Stephen King miniseries. I'm with you. We're
The Langoliers.
we're just younger. We're just younger, Dylan. So
I know, right?
They don't get it on a level, man.
I enjoy it. They don't get it, man. They just don't. The plus a lot of them I watched as a kid too. I still love. I watched Night Flyer like a few years back. When I was buying the DVD, I was like, this is even better than I remembered. So you ever see Storm of the Century? You
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
like that. You tell me you don't like that, Robbie?
Oh.
Get the fuck out of here, son. That movie is so good.
It's got a
You will love
dumbass
that
ending,
movie,
just like all the miniseries do, but it's
Yeah,
when he
right?
fucking goes flying off like fucking Peter Pan and shit.
Oh my god.
Or Rose Red, how fucking rocks just come falling out of the sky. But I love them fucking movies, dude. I watch
own
the
that
shit out of those.
I own all of them.
These kids, Jelani.
Yeah. These little shillings. Yeah,
We're
man.
Tomorrow we're starting up our own channel. It's gonna be Stephen King.
Dylan and Manuel's weird stretch. That's what it is.
Let's talk about why the Steven Weber, The Shining, is better than the fucking Kubrick one. Let's
sacrilege. Sacrilege.
Oh,
I couldn't even say that, dude. Like something in my soul broke as
Stephen
it's
King's
coming
like,
out.
Don't get this dude started on
that.
that, okay? He'll be like, I think Mick Garris is way better than the director than Stanley Kubrick.
Oh, no, Dylan. I love you too much not to speak truth into your life, brother. That's wrong. That's very wrong.
It is. I know it's wrong, but I love it. But no.
Thoroughly
Mick Garris one is a straight up adaptation of Stephen King's book.
Yeah,
Kubrick
but
his own version.
That's true, except I was scared reading Stephen King's book, and the miniseries is boring as shit. I love it. I like because I remember as a kid feeling freaked out about the topiary bushes, the weird fucking cartoon fire hose and shit. I remember that stuff scared me as a kid, but if you watch it as an adult, you're like, ain't shit happened for like 2 episodes.
It's like the second part of it.
Dinosaur them live action dinosaur bushes give you nightmares, bro.
They did when I was a kid. They did. But I was also scared of fucking Beep Beep Richie forever too. So I mean, you grow out of that shit.
I think I was scared of the Scorpion King as a kid.
Really? I was too. STG was terrible.
I love that movie, and my dad will. If I went and told him, he would start laughing his ass off because like one time I woke up and I don't know why. I love the movie, I love The Rock, and I was like, the Scorpion King's gonna get me or something. I have weird nightmares once in a while because I watch so much horror. I fucked up my head growing up because I watched too much horror. Like from like literally, I've been watching horror since I was like 2, bro. Like no joke. I went to see H2O when I was 3 years old, bro, in the theater.
Oh god. That's
and I was a fan of Michael Myers at that time. So imagine, and so it was like I've known about Michael Myers at 3. So it was like I was watching it before 3. You know what I mean? So yeah,
weird stretch, but okay, cool.
But no, the Stanley Kubrick one is definitely better. I just like to fuck with people because nobody talks about that one, and it's not a bad.
I've forgotten about it until you mentioned it.
Yeah,
I like Mick Garris. Don't get me wrong, but come on,
well, not The Shining.
He's made some duds. He's made a lot of duds. Let's be honest. Okay, we just.
Y'all are terrible.
Did he freeze?
But he made. Is he doing the bit?
No, dude. The TV ain't moved no more. Over in the corner.
Oh,
I thought he was doing a bit.
Are you moving?
There he goes. All right, y'all. Who had 59 minutes on the pool?
Classic. Good times. Alrighty.
Okay.
That just happened.
We're gonna wait for Dylan for a second. We don't want to continue the show without him.
It is a show.
I can hear you.
That's how I had to be the other night on my stream.
Coming in the
There you
air
are.
tonight. Oh Lord.
There you
so
are,
good.
Dylan. Dylan, come on. Don't get down.
Dude, continue
That
to
frown.
show.
We can't hear you.
We're going to talk about our favorite characters in the
Hey,
movie.
talk about the music. Talk about the music.
Again?
I think he said
We're talking
music.
about the music.
I'll tell you this. He mentioned Alan Howarth. He also has collaborated with John Carpenter in films like Escape from New York, Halloween 2 and 3. 3, by the way, is great. Christine, Big Trouble in Little China, and They Live. So cool. He also did, I said Star Trek. He did sound designs in Star Trek Motion Picture 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, Raiders of the Lost Ark, Poltergeist, Back to the Future Part 2 and 3, Little Mermaid, and Total Recall.
Some of those are good.
So there you go.
Some of those are good.
The sound design was always excellent, though, Jelani. Like when I hear like little beeps and bloops, I'm like, "Fuck, dude, this man knows what he's doing."
It's
Yeah.
bleep-blooping.
I think they said he won an Academy Award. His team won an Academy Award for Hunt for Red October or something like that.
Nice.
But I closed out the tab, so
Yeah,
whatever.
I don't know.
I tell you this,
smoking.
I love the music in this film, dude. It's super atmospheric and all that stuff. I'd like to highlight some of our favorite characters, Dylan, if you don't mind.
Yeah, we'll highlight the characters and then we'll talk about the music.
Do, do.
Well, if I'll go first, if you don't mind. I'll
Go
go
ahead. And we'll
with Dennis Dunn.
go you then
Walter.
you then Manuel, then Jelani, then me. In case my internet starts messing up.
Okay. Who's going?
You,
first.
then Manuel,
You.
then Jelani.
All right,
Manuel.
I'm gonna go.
Manuel.
I'll go Victor Wong. I really like his performance as the professor in this film. He's got an intensity about him, a seriousness. I love that he doesn't dismiss the priest's idea. I love the relationship that you see there, this camaraderie, but at the same time, they've got a respect for one another and each other's ideas, but they obviously have a contentious view of each other's opinions, right? And so I think that's a great dynamic that he plays there. It's a very intense role, and I think he handles it very well.
Good one.
I'm gonna go outside the box. I'm gonna say the cop from Boys in the Hood. I don't know what the actor's name is.
Yeah.
But,
I was like, that is the guy from Boys in the Hood.
Yeah, his performance, man. Like the mirror scene at the end is freaky, because you got Freddy Krueger chick trying to touch the mirror. That's freaky. But his performance is fucking unsettling. He's that like mix of crying and laughing. He's doing that whole sequence is emotionally resonant. I don't know. It's like because you can kind of feel like maybe there's part of him that doesn't want this. You know what I mean? But this is the fucking path he's on. You know what I mean? Yeah. So like, I gotta say that scene there, and plus his voice is fucking bad. He's got that Taze on Day type shit going on, man. Oh, that's some good shit. I'm gonna go with him.
Hell yeah.
Are you doing the bit? Oh, you're doing the bit. I hate all of
Did I blink?
I hate all of you. You're a bit. Foolish mortals.
Oh my god.
All right. Is it me?
Yep.
I do it? Okay. You took mine, Manuel, so it's okay. It's all good.
Paying you back for James Earl Jones and Meteor Man, bro.
You're waking. Yeah, all right. No problem. I can deal with that.
I understood that reference.
I guess I'll go with my second favorite character, and that's the first girl that gets possessed. She is awesome. First of all, her hair is perfect. Her hair is that perfect, like ball of perfect. I don't know what it is. Yeah, it's puffy. It's whatever. And like, she takes people out like a champ. Like the first guy, she just breaks his neck, like coming up out the corner. Oh my god! Son.
Love it.
Yeah.
These people get got, bro.
They get got.
Oh, yeah.
The girl that's doing the translating, that's like on the bed. She just crawls up on her on the bed. She's like, you think she's coming out to get,
sleeping.
like, I'm sleeping. Are you coming at me? And she's like, actually, I am. It's like, oh God. It's just she was so bonus. She was like the most bonus character in a movie I've ever seen, because like she didn't really have any lines for anything, but man, she was getting folks, man. She was getting folks right and left. So I give it to her, because she was like out on the stairwell, and she did that little point to the mullet guy, and then he got ate by the bugs. I was like, what? Like, you did that? Why are you doing that? It was just so many little things, man, about that lady that bothered me. But yeah, thanks, Manuel. But that was my second choice. Yeah,
dude, I could have never been around in 1987, because every chick's hair looks like she done seen some like unholy force. Everyone's fucking hair is blowing back. I've been walking around, and power of Christ compels you.
Yes,
fucking throwing holy water and shit.
God, get away from me. Get away from me.
You're like that's why Donald Pleasence is the way he is in this film.
Yeah.
He's fucking confused.
The whole movie's holding the Bible and reading passages.
It's evil. He's pure evil. Pure evil.
In his eyes. It's like a doll's eyes.
When shit goes down, he just grabs his Bible and he just locks the door. And he's like, I'm out of here.
Yeah, but he's the quickest to break that fucking mirror. He's like, yeah, take him in there. Fuck you.
By the way, he stays in that room the whole rest of the movie.
He does.
He's in that room the whole
He's a
rest
coward,
of the
bro. He's an
all by
intellectual.
himself, yeah.
By the way, we keep talking about who Jelani would be in the movie. That's who I would be in the movie. I'd be like, shit's going down. I'm going to go hide with my Bible. And I'm going to wait for the right moment to strike. I'm going to throw this fucking axe through the mirror and pray that works. It doesn't.
His Latin like that ain't doing. Your Latin ain't doing shit, dog.
I'd be in there going, station. Station.
You might as well. That might do something.
Alistair!
I renounce my wish.
But it could be better.
The funny thing too at the end is John Carpenter. When he's like on the hospital, I think he's like, he's getting like out on a hospital bed, isn't he?
Yeah.
Like, what the fuck happened to you, dude? Yeah, he's on the gurney. It's like, what happened to you? You ain't get injured. And he's like,
he got hit by the boiler.
Like,
He got crushed by the boiler.
Yeah.
But
I love when he's like, I stopped him. Like it was all him. He just takes credit for the whole thing. It's like that girl just dived in there and stopped it, and then you were able to throw the damn axe. So it wasn't all of you, but speaking of that, I'm gonna go with Donald Pleasence as my favorite. Hiding in the back in the closet like a champ. Saying his Latin and coming to save the day at the end.
That's all he needed to. That's all he needed to do in this movie. What else? What is he gonna do? Hold the cross up?
Yeah.
He works so freaking good though.
One hand,
that's not even
hard.
He works so good with the professor played by Victor Wong. You feel that they have this like friendship and this respect for one another's ideas so much that this physicist is going to go to this church to investigate ancient ass quantum evil, and I love how this like matter versus antimatter. He's using all these concepts and doing a very, because if you get into certain metaphysical things, and these are not the Teen Dog shades, just so you know, these are the blues are the Teen Dog shades. These are the Devil's Dylan Horror Show shades officially now.
I'd say Donald Pleasence and Wong are my two of my favorite characters without a doubt. I like Dennis too, though. He's really good.
Yeah, Dennis Dunn is really great.
He's more comedic to me, though.
He's really comedic.
I had 3 plans this weekend. He's gonna be hearing about this. He's gonna be hearing about this. I had plans.
Here's the other thing too, is that we got to give props to Alice Cooper. He's got a very small role, but he's actually cast he's credited as street
role too.
Yeah, and he's credited as street schizo.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Fuck, somebody done stole my rap name. God damn it.
That's a good one. Go with it.
Street Schism.
Do it anyway. I like
dude,
that.
I can't rap, dude. I got the fucking
Bro, if you do musical
got,
theater, you can rap. You're easy.
Dude,
Come on.
I got the rhythm of a fucking frat boy from fucking Ohio, dude. I'm fucking horrible.
I'm talking about Dylan's brother. No, my bad.
No,
your cousin.
Talking about me. I can't rap for shit either. I can't rap for my fucking life.
Dude, me, you, and Jay Strick need to drop a mixtape. Just telling you, Dylan.
I am now watching the best part of this movie. I've been having this movie playing in the background, and it's to the Alice Cooper part with the bike.
Oh yeah. That's what got Alice Cooper in the movie, dude. Because he used to do that bit where he'd shove his mic stand through somebody, and they wanted to use it. That's how I got in the movie.
Look at all those toys Delaney has.
I've got tons of toys.
Yeah.
I love it how I can turn.
Oh yeah, this is he's about to get impaled.
That's the guy from Deep Star 6.
That guy looks like a generic ass Justin Long.
I love how Alice Cooper is kind of like surprised. He like his reaction, like watch when it's about to cut to him and watch his reaction. He's like, huh?
And he's just like on a pole. Yeah, it's so cool. I like the movie. Yeah, I like that part.
It's nice.
That's my favorite part of the movie.
Don't you ever do that on PCP, man.
Why?
They'll take your stream down quick.
That wasn't anything.
Dude,
and it was distorted.
You don't even know how quickly they'll get you.
Understood. Yes, sir.
That's what you think. Needless to say, I tried to stream the fucking Batman trailer, and immediately they were like, "Yo, we're about to pull your stream down," and I was like, "Never mind, we're done with that."
Yeah, did you stream it with
trailer reactions back in the day?
I could never do them for Fox. The Fox ones always got flagged.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
It was weird.
My Wonder Woman got
this is Universal. Universal will get us. They like to get us.
Anyway, Dylan, continue on, please.
Oh well, we could touch on the music. I know we kind of have already throughout, but if anyone wants to throw any last bits about the music, and then we'll get over to.
I think this is 87, so I you know that Carpenter's a big fan of his contemporaries like Dario Argento and John Landis and even Mick Garris, who has done some solid work. Dylan, I'll give you that. Okay, Chocolate is one of my favorite Masters of Horror episodes. And he did Critters 2.
Yes,
and
sir.
He did the worst Psycho film,
debut.
but he did the worst Psycho film. But anyway, moving on. So I think that, he obviously is a fan of George Romero, and I feel like this feels to me like my favorite Romero score, even though Goblin did one of the scores, especially the Argento cut of Dawn of the Dead, which is called Zombie.
Did he?
Yeah. I think the best George Romero score of a movie is my favorite horror score, which is John Harrison's Day of the Dead. This to me feels like John Carpenter's Day of the Dead. And I mean that in like the most fucking great way. Like it feels so essentially 80s, right? So John Carpenter, but also stretching further. And literally like the creepiest thing. And I know I saw Scarpad mention Escape from New York and Halloween. I get it.
Yeah.
Those are great scores too. But those are overly simplistic, okay? Halloween, I think, is a brilliant theme, not a brilliant score, right? I think the score for Halloween H2O is a better score than Halloween. Now, the theme from Halloween, the themes are used, but it's very repetitive. Now, I love the music in Halloween, don't get me wrong, but I like a more elaborate, stretchy score, right? To me, that's what Carpenter's doing here. And he's not going too far into rock, which he kind of does sometimes for me. I think it works in certain circumstances, and I think it doesn't work in others. The music totally works here. And Carpenter, who is not just one of my favorite directors, he's one of my favorite film composers. This, I think, is his best score. I mean, and before tonight, I would have said The Fog, but I really think this is the best score that he's ever done. It is just so fucking brilliant. The way he skips those notes and makes it so unnerving. It's almost like he's trying to take the concept of the probabilistic nature of the quantum world and how he's trying to relate this into this ultimate anti-force, the anti-God. It's this force of evil. It's not even Satan. It's like Satan's dad, I think he's doing something very effective with the score, along with his Alan, what's his name? Hogwarts, whatever.
Yeah.
Hogwarts. Anyway, really
Howarth
yeah,
or
that's right.
something.
Yeah, really like this shit. So I think it's his best score, and you guys should listen to it a lot.
Heck yeah, I agree. What do you think, Manuel?
With this score, what I like is that it's constant, especially in like you really notice it in the scenes with the hallway, those wide shots he has of the hallway. It's constant, but it's never overpowering. It's always used to amplify and enhance the scene. So I don't know. It does exactly what a score should do. I haven't dug as deep into it as Robbie, obviously, but I dug it. I dug it a lot.
It adds the rhythm, right? It adds the effectiveness to the pace and the way that the music is timed with the editing, right? And so you got that like doom 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 doom, and it's very like you hear that in Day of the Dead. That's what I'm talking about. Like you hear in Day of the Dead a lot of like bass bits that are like driving the rhythm and pace of the film, being like doom 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 doom, and you see a lot. You also then all of a sudden you have these jumps to this like very like haunting choral, ethereal type thing. And as Prince of Darkness excels at that, man.
It's a good story. It's a good score. I like that music. I can dig to it. It was better than the Mouth of Madness score, as far as how powerful it was or how it took me. Mouth of Madness was fantastic. Once again, I love that movie. It's crazy. It's nuts. And the music kind of went with what it was going on in that film. In this one, it's a lot more. Yeah, it goes with what's happening a lot.
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain it more than that, other than it's telling the story along with this film.
It's essential, bro.
It's very essential to what you're doing, and it's haunting. It's ethereal. It makes you it makes you involved with this film. Like it's a character in this film, and I really enjoyed that. And I do like this music a lot. This was very good, and so I'm not against it at all. I mean, I like how everything turns out. Well, not for these people, because they had a horrible time.
The world ends, man.
Yeah, the world pretty much ends. It's horrible murder. It's horrible murder on a worldwide scale. In 1999.
Yeah.
So it is what it is. So I like that music a lot. That's all I can say about that.
What about you, Dylan?
I tell you, dude, almost every time I watch a John Carpenter movie, I want to say this score is my new favorite. And I feel the same way with this. It's just, I mean, I do agree, about the Halloween, that's more like a theme. But this one is just phenomenal. Because this in The Mouth of Madness, like I said, John, if you have Apple Music, John Carpenter has an anthology CD, and it basically has like all of his most popular movie score/soundtracks, and it's phenomenal. It has so much, and he actually has like his own scores called The Lost Themes.
The new one just came out. Yeah,
part 3. And man, I really like everything he does. It just shows what a great filmmaker he is. That he's not only, a lot of times he's writing the screenplays, he's directing, he's behind the scenes with the music,
he's producing,
he's making
like sandwiches for the crew,
right, cleaning up
he's
the
buying
trash
ecto coolers.
Like he is going all out,
making Kool-Aid, changing tires,
making peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Man, he's going all out, and I adore this soundtrack. The there's parts where you can kind of see where like the evil parts kind of it differentiates from when the evil stuff is going on to when kind of the Vatican stuff is going on to when kind of the science stuff is also going on. So I like how I just love how this whole thing is set up, and it really makes this movie so much more atmospheric. Because like I said before, the set designs in this are gorgeous, I think.
Yes.
But this movie, to some people, I could understand if they'd say it was a little bit slower. It's a lot more talking back and forth, figuring out what's going on. But there's not a dull moment in this movie for me. I literally was watching it, and I was telling Manuel, I was like, man, I'm already halfway through. You know, it breezes by, you know, and it leaves you wanting more, which in my opinion, that's the best way a movie can be, where it leaves you wanting more. And John Carpenter just knows how to end a movie, you know, not where you don't always have to know everything. It doesn't have to always be right out in front of you. And that's why I think his movies do stand the test of time, because you can always come to a different thought by the end of it. Or, you know, you have a thought on it, I have a thought, and, you know, we can go back and forth on it and kind of create our own, you know, thought process. But long story short, I love it.
Proud of you, young man.
Did I
Thank
just?
you, sir.
You're like, I'm fucking about to cry. That was so beautiful.
That's gorgeous.
Did I say phenomenal even once?
You said phenomenal, but
Maybe
it's
not.
fine. That's
Maybe
your
one.
thing.
Maybe just once. Maybe
Get a
just
t-shirt,
once.
man.
You said it for the score. You said it was phenomenal.
Oh, yeah.
That's the thing, though. We're gonna sell T-shirts. Phenomenal.
Gotta sell stuff in station.
It's
I'm pretty sure it's
phenomenal.
right?
Hammer time. Where's our station shirts? We've been waiting for a year almost.
We got to trademark it.
I just went to download the soundtrack. It's legitimately like 40 minutes longer than the fucking movie. Like it's a long. It's like 200 minutes long and shit.
It's got all the alt takes and shit. It's good.
Oh yeah, she's about to kill the guy,
It's worth it.
the bald-headed guy. Crank.
Nice. What next, Dill? Because we still in with Dylan, still with Dylan, still in movies with the killings and the villains, because we feeling like still in with Dylan.
I guess I guess kind of we'll go with what you would kind of do, and because I want to hear your thoughts about the ending. So I guess you'd say maybe it's gonna be hard for me to figure this one out, I feel like, but what this movie's trying to say and your thoughts on the ending and what the ending is trying to say and what what Carpenter's trying to do with the ending. Let's start with you, Robbie. We'll keep going around like we have.
So it's part of this Apocalypse trilogy. And as we were touching on last night, all three of these films, The Thing, Prince of Darkness, and The Mouth of Madness, they're touching on the idea of existential crisis, like to the idea of like the entire world, dealing with forces that don't give a fuck about Earth or humanity, our politics, our beliefs, our religion, our belief systems, our BS. They don't give a shit, right? Like it's an act of nature. It's a cosmic force. When a tornado plows through your town, or a hurricane or an earthquake, it doesn't give a shit about who you voted for or what your opinion on this actor is breaking up with this actress, or it doesn't give a shit about it. None of this is all trivial.
I care about the McRib.
It's about how insignificant we are in the face of the cosmos. And that's what all three of these films are dealing with. And it deals with the idea that the ultimate fate of Earth and humanity is basically being plowed over by the evolution of the cosmos. Okay. We're small fish in a very big fucking ocean. Right. And so it's got that theme, but also all three of these films deal with the mistrust of others. So in The Thing, you have the idea that anybody could be the Thing. In The Mouth of Madness, anybody could have read this book and have been one of Sutter Kane's guys or women now, right? Guys or gals. In this one, these people are getting taken over by the Prince of Darkness, right? Like it sucks maybe that we don't see like the ultimate personification of the Force itself, but they didn't have the budget for that. Obviously, in this film, it's very low budget. It only made 14 million, but it only cost 3 million to make. So if I financed this film, I'd be like, okay, whatever.
11 mil.
Yeah, whatever. But I really think it's hitting on these ideas of mistrust, and I think that Carpenter is dealing with, in this movie in particular, the more you learn about physics and the theory of like quantum theory and quantum mechanics and all that stuff, the more you realize how insignificant we are. And he's trying to tie that into, if you really believe in good versus evil, God and Satan, how insignificant we are. Like in the face of everything played out on the grandest scale, you yourself, you're so insignificant, and you can't have a connection to others because you don't have trust with others. We're not communicating. And to me, what it's saying, because all these films are dealing with this, the existential dread against the cosmic force of just being, right? And mistrust of others. Why? Because you don't have connection. Why do you not have connection? Maybe because you're faced with this terrifying thing, which is life. And it starts as soon as you're born. You start fucking crying and you never stop, right? So maybe we don't trust because we feel this existential dread and this staring into the abyss. Maybe we're supposed to understand it and make the bridge and trust others. And maybe that's the whole point, right? In this entire grand cosmos where nobody will ever, like, at the end of time, nobody will ever give a shit about Rockin' Robbie or PCP or Dylan's Horror Show. Well, maybe Dylan's Horror Show. Let's be honest, because those intros are dope and Dylan is, the mastermind.
That's all you, brother.
But, like, the connections we make with people, that's what fucking matters. And so to me, and maybe I'm stretching far for this, but
This is a weird stretch. But
I think that's what it's doing. It's telling us that we don't trust other people because we have this fear of just existence. But we need to stop fearing existence and actually exist, live, make those connections.
You're touching on the connection between the main mustache guy and the girl. She won't open up to him.
Yeah.
And,
right?
He's trying to get close to her, and then she's gone by then,
I think these films represent John Carpenter at different points in his life trying to figure this stuff out.
Yeah. He says in the interview for this one, too, he's like, I'm the same guy that lost my high school sweetheart, that wasn't good at sports, that was always kind of, the one that kind of got left behind. So, yeah, he definitely throws that into his work without a doubt. Always phenomenal to hear your thoughts, Robbie. What did you think, Manuel?
For what the film's trying to say?
Yes.
Well, if I
to kind of what the ending is trying to say.
Well, to touch on what Robbie was build on what Robbie was saying about mistrust. What I love about these three films is in the first film, you can't trust the people around you because they might be an alien, right? And in the Mouth of Madness, you can't trust the world around you because you can't tell if it's real. And in this, you can't trust your belief system, whether you believe in science or you believe in faith. You can't trust either or because the darkness on the other side of the mirror, the thing that you're looking into through a fucking mirror darkly, as the scriptures say, that shit is out to get you, and it don't give a shit about what's looking at it. So it's like the idea of that mistrust, the idea of like you're completely out of your depth here, man. There's nothing you can do to change it. Fatalism in this film and in the Mouth of Madness specifically, you can see the outcome is the outcome, and there's nothing that you can do to change it. The way this film ends with that dream sequence, and again, this kind of maybe I wasn't articulating. The very last shot of this film is unnerving as shit. The idea that in spite of their best efforts, the figure that's coming out of the church at the end is the supposed thing that was supposed to avert it, means that this all played into their grand plan. Like you thought you were doing something, but this was how it was going to be. And then in the Mouth of Madness, the same thing. You're completely out of control, and what will be. It's terrifying. It's terrifying, the fact that you have no control over your destiny. That's anyway, that's just thematically just a fucking amazing thing to look at. And yeah, it's way scarier than a fucking ghost of a witch in a haunted house somewhere. You know what I mean?
I love
a lot scarier.
I love what you said about, because I said in different phases of John Carpenter's life, this is probably him dealing with these crises. And you're right. It's when you start mistrusting other people, then your own belief systems, and then eventually reality, right? And I don't think he intentionally made this thematic trilogy. It's been dubbed the Apocalypse Trilogy, but I mean, it's just kind of, that's a weird stretch, honestly. But thematically, they do tie together. You fucking added so many more elements to that, though. And the idea is that this fatalistic, nihilistic view of what is. And Dylan, what we're saying is this what the ending is. The ending of this movie and The Thing and in the Mouth of Madness is that you can't stop it. You can't stop the wheel of time. You can't stop the wheel of fortune. All you can do is write it, and write it the best you can, because it may seem like this love story in this movie is out of place, but that's why it's the human connection that's important. That's why Dennis is always bitching about missing his date. It's about he's missing those connections, because we can try to fight this unstoppable force as much as possible, but it ain't gonna give. All we can do is live.
I like that. Now
I love Manuel so much. Again. I'm gonna nominate him for membership of the Excitable crew.
Oh my God, he slayed it tonight, man. He slayed it. I was so glad as soon as he spoke one sentence, I was like, I'm so glad I invited him. Especially, he picked this one. This was the one he picked. I told him he could pick any one out of March Madness, and this is the one he picked. So, and Carpenter, as everyone knows, he's my all-time favorite horror director. So this was one I was really looking forward to, especially as we did a double feature Carpenter night. Because we will be breaking down every Carpenter movie as we go, in time. But yeah, man, that's phenomenal. Because you can't, no matter what, we're all gonna die too one day, no matter how much we don't want it to, and you just gotta ride it out until then and live your life the best you can, and make those connections.
Keep on living, man.
As we have right now,
L-I-V-I-N.
We're hundreds of miles away from each other, and we still have made our connections and become friends and done this show. Me and Robbie just started doing a random stream, just spitballing. Literally never thought of what we were gonna even talk about. Just started spitballing, But
that's how I do most of my streams.
Yeah, right.
I just do my streams based on what Robbie talked about. I'm just like, all right, how can I ride these coattails? You know what I mean?
Oh, shut the fuck up.
A good old jab. What did you think of this, my brother?
Well, I'm glad y'all are done gland heading each other. That was a great little watch. Yeah, man, this is about not fighting the future. You can't fight the future. It's already written. You can change certain things, maybe, but the outcome may be the same. That's what I think the Carpenter is trying to convey in this movie, especially with everyone that's in it. And it looked like it was designed like the monster was conscious enough to know that this was going to happen. And this is what was going to play out. So you can't really fight it. Like I said, even before at the ending, when you put the dream together and you finally see what's happening, I really love that. I really love that it tells that you can't fight it. You can't change it. It can't be deciphered or reasoned with or there. I love the movies that I watch. And I'll say this: I love the Blair Witch Project, and the reason I love the Blair Witch Project even to this day is because, first of all, the evil is implied. It's not shown to you. You kind of have an idea of the evil that's coming. It's possession, sure, but it's still, you don't see the evil's form. Even the most in this movie is you see the demon's hand right before it's pulled through the mirror, and it's scary as shit, and that bothers me, And I love how this movie makes sure that that evil's gonna win. One way or another, evil's going to win in this film. It's set up. It's already over. When the second they walked into the church, it was a wrap. So, I mean, you guys touched on great points, and then sucked each other off. But it is what it is, and so that was just my little 2 cents.
We love you too, Jelani.
Yeah. Screw you guys.
You've been with me from the beginning, man. I love you so much.
Ew.
Your hatred of Ben Affleck got us the most views for a moment. Our most views on YouTube was Jelani bitching about Ben Affleck.
Yeah, because he sucks.
We now surpassed that, but thank you for that.
Yeah,
I think
you're welcome.
Saying that evil is always going to win too. Is that?
Well, no. I'm saying in these movies. Yeah,
no. Yeah, no. I was going to say. I was just, when you said that, I was just thinking about kind of a part of the movie where they kind of, they've just, like, the Vatican seems to kind of have always known it too, and they've just been able to keep it at bay, and they've kept it a secret because they don't want nobody to know that, that they would lose in the end, and basically, it's been their dirty secret, and yeah, I don't know. I just thought of that when you said that, but I could be completely wrong. But
No, you're not, bro.
That's it.
Everything we're all saying is all tied into what this movie is, and it's a very complex thing, but it's saying a lot. It really is, and that's why we dig into these movies. That's why we rewatch them. This isn't just escapism. This isn't just mindless entertainment for us, y'all. This is real shit. This is like going to Sunday school, coming to Dylan's Horror Show.
This one might be his most layered movie too, for real. It might be his most layered movie.
Well,
and
speaking of,
I mean,
go ahead. Dylan, sorry. No, go ahead.
Oh, what'd you say?
I was just gonna say, like, in layers, like what Jad was talking about, like the fact that, like, there's throwaway lines. That chick with the red hair that has no lines, she actually does have lines at the beginning of the movie, and she says shit like that. I've been carbon dating that all day. It's like 7 million years old. You know what I mean? So it predates the Vatican. It predates Christ, and then she says the locking mechanism only opens from the inside. All that shit is like foreshadowing the fact that, like Jab said, the evil is gonna win. Like this is all on his time, man. He's the only one that can open that damn thing. He wasn't waiting around and these scientists are going to stop him. No, these scientists happen to come at a time that he appointed, and he set these plans out for
millions of years. It's not accidental. It's not like it's Ivan Ooze, right?
No.
Yeah. It's like
God, I almost got an Ivan Ooze ticket today.
Yes, calm down, man.
Wow,
Let it go.
Damn. I didn't even think about that because I remember when they were saying that so basically it was destined to always go down this way.
It's like a Greek tragedy, dude. The entire time that they think they're undoing the prophecy, they're fulfilling it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
and
they're translating it.
It's one of the most classic things. And dude, I fucking get so creeped out by the goddamn words on the screen.
Yeah.
Like the god of plutonium will not save you. Like I put that in the intro for a reason. That like creeps me the fuck out for some reason. Like if the computer just talking to you, imagine that. That's so fucking weird.
And then
I live.
What's cool about the god of plutonium is like the whole first part is all like scriptural stuff, right? It's all faith based, and then at the end, the devil even says, or this entity even says, your nukes can't even save you. There ain't a damn thing. The most powerful thing you have at your disposal doesn't mean dick. Yeah, and that's terrifying.
What are these douchebags going to do in this fucking decaying ass church?
Yeah,
with this fucking tub of ecto cooler in the basement.
Set that thing aflame. I wouldn't have been there. What am I talking about? Wouldn't have been there.
Dad would have left at the beginning and been like,
Oh,
fuck it,
left
I'm
at the
taking my
beginning?
Ecto Cooler and I'm going home.
Asses and elbows. That's his middle name, actually. It's not Ali. It's asses and elbows.
I am get gone. I am get gone or be gone. Yeah, I'm good. Cause like if people start walking up to me, like crazy redheaded girl was coming at me, I'd be like, nah, son, nah, sorry. People are walking towards me while your eyes all wide. Oh, I guess I gotta go now. Sorry, that's still a hard pass.
I knew too, man, because this is well, I don't own like any 4K movies. And I knew because I didn't own. I've been wanting to get this on Blu-ray, and I found out this was coming out. I knew the 4K version. I was like, I knew that this was the one I wanted for 4K because it, I just felt like this deserved it, And I'd seen it, probably 2 times before that, but I hadn't seen it in years. So I just knew. I was like, this. I remember how stunning the movie looked and the set designs, and I'm glad if I have one or 2 movies on 4K that's one of them. I really want to rewatch it now too.
God, I'm watching the part where the bugs are crawling all over this guy, and like he tells them the prophecy, and then his body falls apart, like freaking gets eaten. Oh my God!
Oh yeah!
Oh, that bothers me. Oh God, I forgot. That's a horrible murder. He was already dead anyway.
I got it on digital, so I got ultra HD. So like you were saying, Dylan, like that 4K. Holy shit, dude! Like, because there's that scene like right before what Jelani's talking about, where the girl's standing on the fucking fire escape, pointing at him, and it's like that scene when it cuts to wide. And you see the buildings around, and there's a green light in the center and a couple blues on the other side. That fucking scene is just stunning. And when you have ultra high definition with the HDR, like you get those deep, rich blacks and those color pops. Yeah, that's a gorgeous scene. This is definitely a film. If you can see it at the highest resolution you can, definitely worth checking out. For sure.
Yeah, the shit's
without a doubt. It's just shot so well too. Like you said, man, you were pointing out so many great camera angles and just shots that he did, and he I mean that's what got him so famous for Halloween, not just because of the movie, but just because for a slasher, or for a horror movie, it was shot so well.
There's no boring shots because dude uses wide angle lenses, right? Anamorphic wide angle lenses.
But
so like he could just set it up at the end of the hallway and just let the action play out.
Yeah, you all made some incredible points. I mean, I just watched this last. Oh yeah,
I agree.
Yeah,
no doubt, man. Phenomenal, man. I love this movie even more now. Like I loved it already, and talking with you guys, I love it even more.
Me too.
So now we're at the point of no return.
Past
Ratings,
the point
y'all.
of no return.
So
the final threshold.
We'll start off with Jelani and go back around to me. Go Jelani, Manuel, Robbie, then me. So
okay,
Jelani, what do you give this out of 5 year digs?
Oh, we're doing your digs here. Cool. Okay. I will give this. This will get a 4.5. You digs. This one was clean. I'm still bothered by it. I'm still watching it. I'm watching it again while we're talking because I'm like, oh God, there's so many things I missed, and I watched it the entire way through, and it's still like the water that goes upward. That still creeps me out. So it's just little things in this film that will bother me for probably a while now. It'll be a little bit. It's gonna take me a little while to get used to this, and that something's coming for me at 1999. So I'll get a 4.5. It's solid.
I'm gonna give it
Hell yeah.
a.
And you get In the Mouth of Madness 3.5.
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I did. Cause
Go ahead, Manuel.
it is.
I don't know, man. I really want to give it a 5, but I feel like that's something that I should reserve. But
You only do that in Horror Fest. You only half-ass
bug
give
out.
out 5s in Horror Fest.
Yeah,
because from
they're
a
usual.
from a technical standpoint, this film is so good. I'm somebody who shoots with a lot of wide angle lenses, and I have no idea how to even remotely fill a frame with the level of distortion that he uses without making it look distorted. Like, I don't know, dude, just from a technical standpoint. Like I said, lighting in these scenes, the way that he uses dolly and tracking shots, I don't even know how you set that shot up to get what he got. So fuck, man. I'm gonna go with 4.75 because
You could go 4.6.
Dude, I'm like right there with you, bro. That's how, because I want to give it. I gave Mouth of Madness 4.5, so I want to give this one higher, but it's either that 4.75 or a 5. You know.
it's not Skeleton Key, dude. I can't give it a 5.
We don't really do 4.75s, but this is Dylan's horror show, so you can do whatever you want.
Yeah.
But I just don't want y'all to get used to misusing and abusing the you dig system. Okay.
I dig you.
Me and Jelani and Brooks, we came up with that you dig system.
It's trademarked.
We spent a lot of time on that, making sure that it worked out right.
God.
Is it my turn, Dylan?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes, sir. I'm sorry, my damn internet won't stop fucking up.
All right. I'm going 4. 4 you digs. I think this movie's pretty solid.
Sacrilegious. No,
I think
pun
it's
intended.
great. Puns are intended. You punisher, you. You're a punny one. No, I gave Mouth of Madness last night a 4.5. I don't think this is as good of a film. I don't think it has as much of an impact in the finale. The ending of In the Mouth of Madness really hits hard. And I'm not trying to compare this to that, but I can't give it what I gave In the Mouth of Madness. I'm going 4. And because I think the characters are weak. Okay? There's only one character you really care about in the Mouth of Madness, but is there a character you really care about in this movie? No, it's not even Simon, it's like, you don't really, they're relatable and they're fun.
I love Victor Wong.
Well, they're like the characters in Alien where you like them, but you're not
attached to them.
It's super attached to him, except for maybe 1 or 2. But I don't know. It's got some. That's the problem with it for me. But I love this film. It's got great music. A 4.0 is a solid ass score in my opinion, and that's what I'm going to give it. I think it's really good and underappreciated, and I'm glad that it's gaining traction lately as a cult classic, as well as In the Mouth of Madness. But to me, it just doesn't quite stack up to that level of just really hitting that punch. But I really fucking like it. And the music really cements it at a 4 for me.
Okay.
What about you, Dylan? Oh, man.
Is he gone?
Is he doing the bit? I can't tell. The TV's not moving.
He's laughing.
Oh,
It's probably just the damn internet, bro. I was doing the bit.
Doing the bit until it came through and shit.
That's what happens, man. That's what this shit's about, dude. What is reality? What is belief? What are other people? What is your perception? Bruh.
Yeah, since we can't take the what is it, the TC or whatever, you digs from Robbie, we might have to be able to change it to, you can do 0.25s and 0.75s.
You start to do
Because
the
I'm gonna
horror
give
scale.
this
Yeah.
4.75 like my man Camaro.
Dude, I
I'm
said
gonna
it in
give
the
it a
chat. It's a
4.75 because I don't want to give it a 5, but I do like this better. So, I'm
I
telling
like
you.
this one more. I do
You
too.
can use your digs, bro. I appreciate. I want to use your digs here. So please
No,
continue. Do it
I
however
was
you want.
joking. I was joking. But
Because I'll leave
so Robbie
right now.
hits it with a 4. Delaney hits it with a 4.5. My man Shamaro with the 4.75. 4.75 for me. Albert Langford with the 4.25. I think Fable said a 4.5. So yeah. Grand total.
3 million, you digs.
I was gonna do it, but then I just started laughing.
7 million, you digs.
I'm gonna play one more bit on you, but yeah. So yeah. So grand total of 4.69, dudes.
You know what? I actually think that's very close to what the actual average would be. I think that's actually very close to what the average would
I
be
know,
between our
that's
scores.
why I did 4.75 too, because I knew it would. I knew it would actually be more realistic. So yeah,
It's a great film, man. It's a great film.
It is.
The thing is, we're doing March Madness. We did the John Carpenter weekend, and we're inevitably comparing the films. Obviously, you two like this one better than In the Mouth of Madness, but I'm not going to hold that against you. I love both of these films, and they will be on my repeat. There's only a handful of John Carpenter films I don't like, and this ain't one of them.
What, you don't like Ghost of Mars? What's wrong with you?
Yeah.
Ghost of Mars, Vampires, and Escape from L.A., and The Ward.
I've never seen The Ward. I think I'll skip it.
No, you should.
I adore In the Mouth of Madness, but this one is really good too.
Who was in The Ward, Robbie?
Yeah.
And I like how it
Generic ass white girl.
I like how it's a little more unique.
Her.
It's like Skeleton Key.
You mean Karen?
Whoa.
Or Doomsday Clock.
What's a Doomsday Clock?
I don't know. I haven't read it yet.
What's TikTok?
Man, it sucks so fucking bad.
I have blocked that guy so many. I have like not blocked, but like put him in timeout so many fucking times. By the way.
Gosh.
I like vampires. I will say that. I didn't care for
I need to rewatch it. I need to rewatch all of it.
It's fine. James Woods is awesome in everything he does.
You know that one day we're going to do a John Carpenter podcast at PCP, and it's going to be like we're going to watch all the movies, and we're gonna get deep.
That's a
Top
lot
5 John Carpenter films. Oh my god,
that's a lot,
bro. But they're all worth it.
Yeah,
even the bad ones.
They're all worth it.
There's a reason I just bought Escape from LA.
What we got for show and tell?
Show and tell.
Because
is this tied in?
Amazing.
Is this tied into the what did you watch this week as well? Or is that a separate thing, Dylan? I can't remember. I don't know what you want to do. It's your show, bro.
I'm just here. I just showed up.
My least favorite response, by the way. My least favorite response, by the way, everybody, just in case you want to know me better, is seriously, sure. I hate sure. I like what the fuck? What does
sure
mean?
you all the time?
Sure. I know, and I fucking hate when people say sure.
I say sure all the time.
Ray Donovan, because they say sure all the time.
If you text me and say, hey, do you want to do this? I'm going to go no or fuck yeah. I'm not going to go sure. What the fuck does sure
Thanks for telling me.
Sure.
Thanks for telling me that.
It's the affirmative. It's the affirmative.
We're 2 hours in, man. I'm just weird stretching, man. It's good. What's up, C3? Station.
Fable, my man.
Fable? Hell yeah. G-Spot, Albert. Look at all these people in the chat.
I know it.
Hey, guys. Thanks for being here. Thanks for listening to us rant.
So who's doing show and tell first? Dylan. Is he frozen again?
Nope.
No, he's not. He's doing a bit. Look at him. We saw him.
Damn, I couldn't stop laughing,
That's why
bro.
he
I
turned the
almost had
TV off
it.
so he could do the fucking bit, Manuel. You saw that,
Yeah,
right? He
I
turned the TV off so he
I
could do the
shouldn't have said shit. We'd have known.
2 weeks
He turned his light
Oh.
off too. He turned his light off
Yeah.
too. Did you notice
So
that? He
it
turned it
wouldn't
all
move.
off. Look at him.
Yeah.
You cheeky bastard.
All right.
Trying to do
Who-
bits and shit.
Who's ready? Who's got
You
shows
cannot
already?
hustle a hustler, homie, okay?
All right.
He's just mad I got
Julian,
him with
you
the
go
D's nuts
first,
joke
then
last night,
Manuel,
man.
Then Robbie, then me.
He's just mad I got him with that D's nuts
No,
joke
I
last
was
night.
just,
These nuts.
I'm more mad about my internet, man. It keeps fucking up. It's ruining the
hold on.
show.
2 seconds.
What's your favorite kind of canned spaghetti? Jelani was like, I didn't realize we did show and tell. I've never watched Dylan's horror show. It's usually horror
Dude.
themed, Jelani. It's usually horror themed.
Dude, you don't even know how fucking bad. I was at a swap meet today and I was like looking at all the Clive Barker figures and shit.
You're-
And I was like, I gotta buy all kinds of fucking
Dude,
action figures just so I can fucking do this.
Oh, yeah.
And
like
then I figured my
Yeah.
daughter will never fucking come downstairs again.
tortured souls and shit.
Oh, yeah, dude. They had like 6 of them
Oh.
loose. They were all loose, but they were complete, just not in a box.
Bruh, I
And,
would get those, man.
Oh, I wanted to too. And I was like,
get
"God,
it. You got kids. I don't. So like you should get those. Send them to me. I'll pay you for them. Whatever. How much are they? Well, it depends. But anyway, no,
yeah.
like my cat doesn't. Shit doesn't bother my cat.
dude, they had a bunch of Freddy figures.
Those are some gnarly ass figures. Those tortured souls.
Generic.
Nice. I like Jelani's couch there.
You said they
Yeah,
were
dude.
tortured soul figures?
Oh, there's a bunch of them.
Those
You don't
are
remember
hard to
those?
find.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are.
They were like
I
15
remember
bucks a
them.
bag.
Okay.
Whoa, that's really good for loose.
Yeah, loose. They were in.
That's
They were in.
really
You know,
good.
baggies.
Complete.
They look to be complete. I didn't take them out of the bag or nothing. I'm trying not to touch shit when I go to swaps if I don't have to. I'm practically wearing with tongs and
Right.
shit.
Oh,
Why are
yeah.
we in a pandemic or something?
That's what I heard. I heard that shit.
I guess we're taking it seriously.
See, I wear a mask all the time anyway, so people don't be like, "Oh shit, that's Chamorro Cinema," and be rushing me for autographs.
No
and
shit, right?
So, you
Dude,
know,
I'm gonna
sounds
miss
fair.
the mask shit when it goes
Yeah,
away,
sounds
to be
fair.
honest with you. I like wearing the mask
Yeah.
because people can't see the fucking some of my
This
facial
is
expressions.
disdain and yeah. Yes.
Like
The
this month.
contempt.
He's like, this motherfucker ain't asking me
Oh,
about
I'm not-
Amazing Spider-Man.
Yeah.
I
I'm
was
gonna
like,
miss
"God."
it too.
I love how I can mumble under my
Sure.
voice and how stupid people are to their faces.
Oh, I
in a
love it,
mask.
especially when
I love
when a
that.
customer's pissing me off. I'd be like, "You fucking bitch ass motherfucker." Just
I smile
mouth it,
more.
you know.
I smile more when I wear the mask because my smile is usually like this. You piece of shit.
Yeah.
You dumb.
Shit eating green.
What's going on?
You son of a bitch.
You believe
We all work in
you
customer
be-
service.
You
We
believe
all work in customer
you
service
believe the
somehow.
government, don't you?
You believe everything they say. You just you just roll with it, don't you?
He's a war criminal, god damn it. Look into it. God damn.
He just did some shit.
Anyway, we're moving on.
I
Show
know
and
people
tell
are
Delaney.
people like Robbie. Ain't nobody want to hear about the guy that works at the DMV in Huntsville,
It's-
man. I don't care if you think he's a war criminal. No.
It's here at Dylan's Horror Show. We do something different. We do show, watch, and tell. So tell us, show us what you got. Tell us what you watched. Get it? Show and
Okay.
tell. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I don't have anything
Yeah,
for
he's
real.
like,
I blew my wad yesterday. Spawn was like the biggest thing.
Next.
I got Spawn. I'll show something I've already shown before, but not on this channel. But I do like it. It is my Dracula statue.
Ooh.
It is
That
the
is
Castlevania
Castlevania.
Vlad Tepish.
Solo him, Dylan. Solo him.
You gonna solo me?
Oh,
No, you don't have to
sorry.
solo me. You have to solo me. I'm just showing you what I got. He's got this sweet base. It's
I've
all
never
fire
seen
and
it.
stuff. It's so clean, and I got
Oh,
it.
he's bigger than I
GameStop.
thought. I couldn't
Yeah.
tell by the flames.
He goes with the figures that came out with it, but I really love this figure. Like I love the statue. This is the only statue I own, just because I'm afraid I'll break things.
Mhm.
And then
Right.
the next thing is a random purchase on eBay. I've had one and I sold it, and I feel bad because it was the actual Well, it had another comic book in it. This is Blade from the Writer's Wave. I had the Blade with the
Nice.
Tomb of Dracula in it. This is the
Beautiful.
poster book.
I had
This is
that, bro, with the
book I had
bike.
it, and
With the
but
bike.
I love this figure.
Oh,
I
that's
want every
awesome,
time I
dude.
see it online and it's cheap, I'm like, I'm gonna buy that.
It's one of the best movie Blade figures out there, man.
It really is. It really is. It comes with the bike and everything from Blade 2. It comes with that sweet gun.
The
and
shades
the
are great.
weapon.
You can take them off, and
Yep.
dude, looks great.
It's Wesley Snipes. Yeah, it's clean.
And he's got
I
his
just got this one
tattoos on
recently,
his
but
neck.
I had the Tomb of Dracula version, and I've been looking for it ever since. I thought I could find it again, but I can't. I don't know where it is.
Tomb of Dracula doesn't
And
come
then-
back, Dracula. Don't you know you like enough?
And then finally, I got Firestar.
Firestar.
She's not a horror thing. It's just Firestar is. This is what ends my Marvel Legends collection. I mean, I might get MODOK. I might get a few other things.
You think you're done with Marvel Legends, bro?
I'm pretty much done.
You're
I've
not
got everything.
done.
I got Kang. I got her. This is
You're
pretty
not
much.
done.
I'm pretty much done.
You're
You're not
never
done.
done.
Almost done. Yeah.
Yeah, you just wait and see, brother.
But she's so clean.
That Firestar is in my box right now because it's part of the new Warriors collection for me. So
you're waiting for the rest of the new Warriors.
I'm getting the new Nova that's coming out.
I've got Nova. I've got two Nova.
Well, but they're doing that. They're doing 90s Nova.
I know. I still got
no.
Nova.
And I'm waiting for a Marble Boy and a Speedball.
Yeah,
and,
maybe Speedball.
And one day, I hope they'll do a silhouette.
Yeah, they messed up. They messed up the hood though. These villain series of the ones I don't like the most. That's the hood, and the hood is basically the Stanley. Yeah, the Stanley body
looks terrible
with a dumb static cape.
It just goes to show you that it's a terrible design because it depends on the artistic interpretation.
Yep.
On what you do with it, and in a toy, it doesn't come across. McFarlane could do a good hood action figure.
Yep.
But it would be very flamboyant and expensive.
Yeah.
You can't do it like this. It's just dumb.
Yeah.
Anyway,
we're
nice
good.
show and tell, bro. Did you watch anything horror this week?
Anything? Yeah. Well, I watched Prince of Darkness and In the Mouth of Madness.
Of course.
Yeah, I watched those.
You did?
Before that, I kind of sort of watched
a review on it.
Yeah. Horror wise, really? Let's go. Yeah, I'm up for it, dude. Sure.
Let's go. You got another 2 hours?
No. Sure.
Sure.
Wait, 4 because we'll have to do 2 hours.
Because we gotta watch
Darkness
it.
and 2 hours on.
Yeah. We got all night. Who cares?
It's 3 hours if you
Right.
piece it together. It's a good double feature because they're both kind of short films, right?
They are short.
They're
No,
nicely
they go
paced.
quick. They go quick. They are.
Oh, you got the other guy. Oh, that sucks.
We weird stretch so much.
Yeah, but that's my show.
What you got, my brother?
All right. So like I said, I went to a swap meet today and I was like, I need to buy a bunch of horror figures. But then I love my kid. I love her to come down here. So I was like, I ain't going to do that. So I went and I grabbed some figures that I know are near and dear to y'all's heart. So Dylan, you were talking about the Gorgonites, the figures from Small Soldiers the other day on stream.
Soldiers. Yeah.
Here's my Insaniac. Here's my Insaniac. I almost picked up a Chip Hazard today, but his paint was all, I guess, chipped up on his head and shit. And I was like, I don't want to spend 25, and the guy wouldn't haggle with me, so I ended up just grabbing Insaniac. And
funny. That's funny. Chip, that's hilarious.
I was waiting for the opportune moment. You brought up those puns, bro. I had to break it. And then in honor of Rockin' Robbie, Night Thrasher, like
the best.
Oh.
I want to get another one so I can customize a Ghost Thrasher.
Oh, yeah,
dude.
That's a dope figure. The only problem is the skateboard's too small.
That is a tiny skateboard.
Yeah, it's very small. It looks cool when it's on his back, but not when it's on his feet.
Right. I can tell it's small from here.
Can you? Yeah,
that's
a little one.
Just for that figure.
I was waiting. I was like, I gotta hold this figure up till someone makes the joke.
No, that's dope as hell. I have that figure. I don't collect Legends anymore, but I have that one. I'm trying to get the new Warriors, man.
trying to think
I
if
have
you
a
could
Nova
kit bash.
Legends from a few from like
You can
5
make that
years
Ghost
back.
Thrasher.
You can make that Ghost Thrasher. Yeah, you can make a lot of things out of that figure.
Oh,
You just got to
without
get
a
some of those.
doubt.
You just got to buy some like aftermarket, like effects.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
some flames and the chains, and get a better
Yeah.
skateboard, and yeah, you can do it.
Tech Deck. Tech Deck's the
Tech
best
Deck.
skateboard.
Well,
Tech Deck's
get
the
a
best.
Ghost Rider, and that's how you started out.
So I got another beast because
Bro.
I can never pass those guys up. And
That's
then
the best beast. That's 90s beast.
oh hell yeah, dude! I love these ugly ass legends from back in the Toy Biz days, man.
We used to think those were the best toys ever made.
Yeah, we did. Well, they were.
Oh yeah,
And do not hate on that beast. That beast is amazing. He's got individual fingers. He's got all points of articulation. You can stand him on one hand. He is amazing. He is amazing.
It's the one they did in the lab coat too in that box
Yep.
set, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
That is correct. That is correct. I am not against that beast. That beast is still in my
No.
collection.
no, I
You
wanted
know-
another one so I can. I was actually gonna try to darken up some of the fur on like the chest and on the back.
Like put a
run some-
wash on it or something.
Yeah, just you just use what do you call black shoe polish?
Yeah.
And just,
Okay.
yeah, just kind of
Nice.
clean it up,
Flash.
just give it a little bit, and then picked up. I bought this whole guy's entire box of fucking
What?
Playmates figures. So I got Tasha Yar, I got Odo, I got
Bro,
another O'Brien.
I ain't got a Tasha Yar. That's awesome.
I didn't have much for like. I don't have a lot of DS9 Playmates figures. And then I saw a Cisco and I was like, oh shit, I gotta get this. And the guy's like, do you like those? I said, yeah, I do. He's like, how much you want to pay for this box? I said, how much you want to sell it to me for?
Huh.
And then he gave me a number, and then I came out a little bit lower than that. And so I got a Cisco now finally.
That's a good figure, but you got to get the second Cisco figure too, because that's the bald goatee.
I
Cisco.
told my wife that. I said, this is first season Cisco, and I need sexy Cisco. I need
Yeah, I need season 3 and beyond season.
you know. So I got anyway the whole bag of them. I'm not gonna pull them all out, but I got a Wesley, I got a Neelix, I got a Chakotay, I got all kinds of characters that I
Nice.
didn't have. So
Station.
super pumped for those. So and then for what I watched, trying to get my daughter ready for Kong versus Godzilla. So we watched Skull Island, and tonight we watched King of the Monsters when we got home. So that's what I watched this week.
Sick.
Nice.
Yep.
Hell
All the
yeah,
monsters
bro.
are cool.
Here's
I've been
my
on that
impression
bin-
of-
I've been on that bender too.
Oh yeah, here's my Cisco in his chair.
Oh.
Oh, nice.
I got Cisco in the chair. I love this. This is like one of my favorite Star Trek figures.
Here's my impression of Godzilla King of the Monsters. Imagine 11 from Stranger Things. No! I fucking hate that movie.
I like parts of that movie. I like
All the
shots.
parts-
Just
all the
people.
parts without
All people
humans?
suck. Suck ass.
It's like the
dude.
Transformers film, man.
That's
Yep.
like
All the monsters in
Kong
the movie.
versus Godzilla is going to be shorter than all of the Godzilla and Godzilla versus King of the Monsters or
Oh, shit.
whatever.
Kong
So
should get his ass.
we're hoping that
Kong's going to win. I'm going to be so
I hope
fucking
there's
mad.
less human scenes.
Here's the thing, though. Are they going to pull like a BVS? There's an ultimate threat. What's the ultimate threat? Is it Mechagodzilla?
Yeah, yep, that's what I'm thinking.
Yes, it is.
It's
There's gonna
time.
be Mechagodzilla.
Yeah.
We can make one.
They got to
Oh,
unite.
it is.
Because I swear to God, if this
Yeah,
movie
right.
ends with King Kong beating the shit out of Godzilla, I will never, ever watch another fucking.
He's not even the right size. How
It's
do
so
you size
stupid.
him up?
It's so stupid. I don't care. But remember, in the original King Kong versus Godzilla, they were the
Yeah,
same
they
size
size him
too.
up. Yeah.
At least here they have a
early
half-assed
King Kong,
explanation, at least. So whatever.
They
He
gave him
grows- they do.
they gave him an axe in this one, right? And the axe is made out of one of Godzilla's scales, which is fucking stupid because those are on fucking Godzilla. So I don't know how that's gonna help him fight Godzilla. But
Well, it's
He's
supposed-
got
I
that
think
one
it's gonna
spot
be
like
a-
fucking
like a
Smog
dead-
from The
like a
Hobbit.
dead Godzilla,
fucking Sting.
Jesus.
Yeah.
like one of Godzilla's relatives.
This is where they're going to introduce Godzuki. He's like, why did you say that name?
Godzuki.
Godzuki, why did you say that name?
Godzuki. Oh.
Oh, it's me. I'm going to start with what I watched. I woke up on Sunday morning and I do my, movie in the morning. Wake up, smoke a bowl, watch a movie, and chill. I'm enjoying it. I did a double feature. I watched In the Mouth of Madness, and then I watched Ginger Snaps for the first time. I talked about it on Rock and Robbie Live. I really liked it. I liked it a lot. So I'm glad. And then I watched I watched Prince of Darkness the next night, and then I watched on Tuesday night, I just randomly watched Tenebrae. I really, really like that film. It's Argento. I'm gearing up for our Gates of Hell. It's our finale to March Madness, is the Gates of Hell trilogy. And so I'm just gearing up for my Italian horror. By the way, I placed an order today for some Italian horror. I'm very excited for it to come in. Anyway, that's a weird stretch. I finished Deadwood season 3 on my revisit of Deadwood. I finished season 3 yesterday, and I watched the movie for the first time and loved it. So now... So, there you go. And I have not watched the newest episode of Hell's Kitchen. So for show and tell, I got a new monster action figure this week. This year. Got a few of those. So this is one of the greatest and most underappreciated true creatures out there. We were talking about creature features not too long ago. It's the Grimace.
Yay, Grimace.
Yeah.
Nothing can stop the Grimace.
God.
All right, got some horror comics this week. Vampire the Masquerade #6. I'm not really digging the book, but I really dig those covers.
Fuck.
Yeah, right?
I dropped it.
Autumnal?
The first volume.
Autumnal got really fucking good.
Cool cover.
It's a beautiful cover. The new Grant Morrison book, Proctor Valley Road.
Oh, I like that book.
This book's really good. And my pick of the week was my favorite horror comic of the week, which is Homesick Pilots #4. Right there.
I got to read 3 and 4 sometime this week.
And I got some Blu-rays. So we got to see Dylan and Scarp had weird stretch with their Shout Factory. They had the Valentine's Day sale, right?
Mm-hmm.
Well, I succumbed to it as well. And I got my movies in this week. Now, I didn't get as many as they did. I didn't spend like $500 like Dylan did. But let me show you what I got. First of all, not a horror film, but I did get Cobra.
Nice.
And I'm super pumped. And very pissed because, there's no reversible cover. But whatever.
Yeah.
That's close.
You don't need it, though.
Got the Psycho a week late for, we were supposed to do this last week, but it took a while for these to show up. But I got the Psycho. That's dope. Okay, here we go. I got Shocker.
Nice.
Wes Craven Gold. Motel Hell.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
And Life Force. One of my favorite Tobe Hooper films. One of my favorite Tobe Hooper films. And I will 100%
switch it over.
Turn this over to the original cover, which is infinitely better. Oh,
Life Force.
I love this movie. And if you notice, it's in almost every single intro for Dylan's Horror Show. So that's what I brought. Station. Y'all, watch Italian horror films. Oh, one more. I watched The Hunger for the first time with David Bowie.
Yeah.
And so you don't have to solo me for this. David Bowie, Susan Sarandon. I watched it for the first time on Thursday. I was kind of distracted, but I really enjoyed the movie. But that's going to be my Sunday morning movie tomorrow morning. We'll be rewatching The Hunger, and then tomorrow night on Rock and Robbie Live, reviewing it. Yeah. I really liked it. It's Tony Scott. It's incredibly stylistic. It is definitely style over substance, but the substance is there, and it's got a great ending. And it's a very sad, beautifully tragic film. It's a vampire film, and it's about this woman. If you don't know, it's about this woman, and she loves this other vampire. And every dude that she turns, and vampires just want a lifelong partner, right? How long their lives are. Every dude she turns eventually gets some kind of virus and ages and dies. And she just they won't die though because they're immortal, because they're vampires.
Is this Robert Loggia?
Who?
Is that Robert Loggia? Is he in this movie?
I don't remember
him. Robert Loggia.
Yeah, I don't remember him in this movie. Anyway,
is this a mob boss? Okay.
No, there's no mob boss. Anyway, so David Bowie's her lover, and he starts aging all of a sudden, and she traps. She just instead they won't die. They'll keep decaying and becoming like more and more decrepit and aged and just skulls and shit, right? But like they're still alive, but she just keeps them in caskets, right? So like the whole first half of the movie is David Bowie aging, and she's now finding her replacement, and she's trying to find. She meets up with Susan Sarandon, who is like this geneticist or virologist or something, and she's trying to meet her to help David Bowie's character, but then she just she has this collection of coffins. They're just filled with the remains of her former lovers that are still alive, but just slowly decaying more and more and more, right? And then she meets Susan Sarandon, and she turns her, and it just gets really fucking wild. It's incredibly erotic. It's incredibly stylistic. It's Tony Scott, by the way, from like 1983. It's got some great gore. It's got some great symbolism in it. And I'm really excited to actually pay attention 100% and revisit it tomorrow morning for my Rock and Robbie wake up Sunday morning, smoke a bowl, watch a movie. And when I say smoke a bowl, I mean a bowl of cereal.
Exactly. Those are always
smoke it. Yeah. You gotta smoke
it adds that extra layer
of smoke.
I just love how Manuel has like gotten behind the Sunday morning thing. He always comments.
Oh, dude, the one morning I like sat and I opened up Illustrator and I like legit made like a smoke bowl thing and I posted him. I was like, "Are you really? That's what you're working on?" I was like, "Yeah."
I appreciated it, man. What about you, Dylan? I know you got some weird stretches.
I finished season 7 of Ray Donovan. So, and I told you guys they finally announced that they're gonna do the movie to finish the series off. So I'm excited for that, but I'm not anticipating the 2-year wait. I'll probably have to, wait now that I'm done with the show and, they just announced it, but I was watching some behind the scenes features for Phantasm 2, which I actually just got the Scream Factory edition that I've been wanting for years because I wasn't able to get that box set, and now I'm so jealous of you that you got that box set, Robbie, because I wish I got it. I just didn't have the money, and what'd you spend for that? Like $150 retail? I always thought it was like
I got it for $120. I got it for $120 with 5 movies. But dude, I know how this shit goes, bro. I know how this shit goes. That's not even an American release. Yeah. That's a Canadian release I bought. I bought it from Canada. And it is because it's region 1, right? Because of that, right?
Yeah.
So
yeah. Is it sold out in Canada?
I don't know, man. Look it up. I think it went up, but I bought it on Amazon.
I don't know.
I bought it $120 free shipping, clean slate. I was like, it was one of those moments where I was just like, you know what? I just got my stimmy because this was a year ago now, and I was just like, fuck it, I'm buying it, and it came with the fucking ball, the sphere, bruh. Yep. I love those movies, and we immediately covered them. I knew we were covering them, man. Yeah.
So I've been watching freaking Kong Skull Island and the Peter Jackson Kong. I watched
it's good, but it's
Jeepers Creepers 1 and 2 after last night because I couldn't fall asleep after watching Prince of Darkness. I was watching Pop.
with Jeepers Creepers.
Let's just dissect what Dylan just said real quick, okay? You watched Prince of Darkness and you couldn't go to sleep. Did you keep the light on?
I slept.
No, I was just.
I thought about it, but I slept.
He's like, I was so scared, man. I couldn't go sleep, man.
No, I just couldn't fall asleep, bro. I was up, man, and I was up till like 6 a.m., bro.
Bro, don't get so defensive. I feel like it's just a bit
migraine, bro. I'm getting salt because I feel like I'm getting a migraine. But,
bro, I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry, man.
Nothing for you to be sorry about. Sorry for my ass. But
it was just a bit.
Savage
Dylan.
Street with Linda Blair.
Oh, was it good?
Me having my not a bit. It was awesome. highly recommend. It's on Amazon right now for like $19. So if you got the money, I'd recommend you picking it up. It was
Savage
freaking
Streets,
really
right? That's what we were talking about that.
Savage
really
Street.
fun, man. Really
Oh,
fun.
it's
What else
where's
did
it streaming? It's streaming somewhere. Did you get that on Hamilton?
No, I got that. I actually got that from Target, but
Tell
Amazon
everybody
has
about
it right now.
Hamilton real quick, Dylan, because you helped me out last night. You helped me
But
spend some money I didn't need to.
HamiltonBooks.com. Yeah, but you probably save money too in the long run. Hamilton Books. I know your wallet hates me though. Hamilton Books, though, they got Scarpad showed it to me, so it's not me. Thanks, Scarpad. Basically, they got helly good prices on movies, and a lot of them are even out of print, and you can't get them nowhere. So, and for prices that you wouldn't believe, I'll go on websites and I see some of those movies. I'm like, these motherfuckers got that shit off Hamilton, and now they're trying to sell it for 3 times that. Like legit, I know they're getting it off Hamilton and trying to sell it because it's just so cheap, and their prices are so high. What else did I watch?
I ordered The Return of the Living Dead Shout Factory Steelbook Edition for like $5 last night.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, it's not
And
Shout
it was
Factory.
still on there today.
That's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I got a massive
It's been
dude. It was so ridiculous. I
been out
bought
there
the
for a
Art of
couple
War.
weeks.
I bought the Art of War, man. That fucking
Wesley
shitty ass Wesley
Snipes?
Snipes movie. Yeah.
Yeah.
And guess what? Because I bought it, we're covering it in Action Fest.
I want to be on that one.
You're right, Fable. You are
Wow.
so right. Smoking.
You're on there, man.
Yeah. I'm sure there's something else I watch and I'll remember it as soon as
Jelanie's gonna be like, I'm
stream.
busy.
Oh, I guess it was probably
What are
more
we
last
watching?
week, but I watched the Tales from the Dark Side, the movie, and
Nice.
that is awesome. So I got these to show. I showed the Phantasm Scream Factory,
Nice.
which has some really, really awesome special features. I got
It
this
does.
off of Hamilton. Here.
I like 2 better.
You hit the wrong button.
You ever see this?
No. Blood sucking freaks? No.
This shit is wild, bro.
Why is that
This
Leonardo
shit-
DiCaprio meme in the crotch of that dude right there?
Dude, no, that's Sardu, bro. And this movie is so twisted that the MPA refused to rate it, and still to this day refuses to rate it. And the only one man enough to buy the rights was Trauma. So it was actually
I heard that if enough
called
people
Sardu, Master of the Screaming Virgins. Basically, long story short, it's about a theater of macabre operated by a crazy sadistic dude and a even crazier sadistic midget or dwarf, I guess. I don't know.
dwarf
And
little person.
they're basically killing people and torturing them in front of people, and these people think it's a joke, wow, she's a great actor, but they're really killing people in front of them and torturing them. And it's worth the watch, man. It's wicked, man. I got Spookies. This is from Vinegar Syndrome. I actually just finally put my order in because Fade to Black, they were down to 5 copies left, so
What?
I
Are
finally
you serious?
pulled the trigger on it. Well, for the slipcover I wanted. Because the cover you wanted, they still got. You said you liked the other one better. I like the black cover, so you
This
can
is why
still get
this
that.
is why Jay Strix
And
says
I
we
got
weird
this-
stretch because
Yeah.
we're going on about
And I
these.
got Beastmaster, the 4K coming too.
Nice.
I got this.
Was it still 40?
And-
Was it still 40, Dylan?
Tanya Roberts.
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm getting it
and
right
this
now.
is pissing me off.
I'm buying it right
My
now.
printed it's no problem, but my Xbox is giving me shit playing this. So I got it to play, but it's making me reset my Xbox and then take it out. This shit is pissing me off, dude. But I got this from Hamilton, and it came with the slip.
Nice.
So for $10.
That
I
wasn't
thought I
there
paid
when I
$5.
was there.
No, it's there.
I didn't see
Still
it.
there, promise you. They have two versions. They have a $5, which is like the bare bones copy, and then they got a $10. They got it. Trust me. I was just on there last night.
Dude, I
I
want to
got
tell you,
this
man.
from- and this is out of print.
Nice.
Got
So I
this,
should get that?
$5. Yeah, you should get them both.
I should get the Jeepers Creepers.
Where'd you
Yeah,
get those?
and the
eyes?
Misery. You should definitely get the Jeepers Creepers because that's been out of print for a while. Can't even
Bro,
get it on
Dylan.
Amazon, dude.
Dylan, I'm looking right now on the website, and like Fade to Black right now is $28, man. Is it actually worth that?
Yeah, it's worth it, but
I'm
I know
passing.
I was debating on it, but I was like, I'm gonna get it because it's gonna go up in price, especially because that slipcover that I got seems to be the really popular one.
You got the
And-
one with the movie posters or the one with the popcorn?
With the popcorn.
They're
Yeah,
both still
there
available.
might be
it
one
says.
left. Oh,
Nope,
but
the
how many
popcorn
does
one's
it
out of
say?
stock.
I told you. So when I got it, there was one left after I bought mine. So I was like, it's now or never, because that seems to be the popular one. They still got like 1,000 of the other ones. So,
Yeah, there's plenty of the other
but
ones.
Beastmaster was the one I wanted the most. So Fade to Black, I just got, which I do really like Fade to Black, but I could have waited. But because it was almost out of stock, I was like, fine, I'm gonna just get it. But this is Scream Factory too, bro, and $5 on Hamilton.
Nice.
But I don't remember the Mel Gibson one too much, so we'll see how good it is. And I also got this from Hamilton, Maniac Cop 2
Nice.
and Maniac Cop 3. So now I have the entire trilogy. I've been trying to finish out series that I got. Like I finally got Return of the Living Dead, the trilogy. I got the Reanimator trilogy now. I've been trying to finish out stuff. I got The Prowler, which is a good Joe Zito movie. Guy who did Friday Part 4 and Tom Savini effects. And because we're doing the review soon and we're gonna twist Jay Strick's head all up.
You know it, brother.
City of the
Nice.
Living Dead.
Nice.
Got that off Hamilton too.
Is that your
That's
first?
all
Is that your first Fulci film, my friend?
That is a miss.
Yes, sir. And I got Demons.
Oh, Amazon
2
Prime.
I found it.
God.
I found Demons 2 because Demons 2 has been like impossible to find lately for a good price too. It's like for like the last 2 months you couldn't even find it on Amazon. Now it's like 25, but I got it for like 15 today. So
Nice.
I got that. So yeah,
Nice.
this is my first Fulci. And because I can watch these on Shudder, so I was like, do I need it? But I was like, might as well get it for $10 before it sells out. And it was like double on Amazon. So I was like, I'm gonna get it. So yep, that's what I got to show. And I haven't thought of anything else that I watched this week. So yeah, it comes with the slip. No, Sardu with a U. It's fucked up, bro. It's fucked up.
Great show, man.
Yeah, I don't know if I showed this ever. Did I show this? I got this with the Twice Dead and Terror Within Trip double feature. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, yeah, dude, everyone, I appreciate y'all hanging out. Everyone in the chat, you guys are the best. Sorry, I kind of didn't interact as much with the chat. I feel like, but you guys are awesome, and I appreciate everyone that hung out. Zach, Fable, Stefan, I know everyone that chilled the whole time. You guys are damn soldiers. My man C3, James,
Keep it comics.
people. Albert, thanks for subbing too. Who else was here? G Spot, my man Perry.
Billy was in the house doing some deadlifts.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, 62. Eric. We had a lot of good people up in here, man. Dude, thank you once again, Chamaro, for hanging. You got anything coming up on the show you wanna this week you wanna promote before we head out, my brother?
Just Thursday night is Pitch Battle Fantasy Movies. I got Josh Malley from Role Play Roll, which is a role-playing game channel here on YouTube, coming on the show to compete against JF Person, who's a comic book writer from here in Minnesota. They're going to be pitching fantasy movies. That's Thursday night. And I got a bunch of stuff hitting IGTV, just building the brand out there, so you can catch some Chamorro Cinema stuff on IGTV this week. So
Cool.
Oh yeah. Hey Zach, Beastmaster still holds up. It's on Amazon right now, so watch that. So I watched it as soon as I heard about the 4K release. It still holds up. Robbie, what you got going on this week before we head out, my brother? And Jab, thank you as always for hanging out.
Oh, I said Thursday. I meant Wednesday, guys. Don't come to Chamorro Cinema on Thursday. I don't do nothing on Thursdays. That's a Robbie day. It's Wednesday. It's Wednesday, right after Herm's big live debut. So go check out Big Herminio's show on Wednesday with Sam's Tangled Web.
He's
then
got
come
Sam's.
Yeah,
He's alive. Sam's alive. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. Central. Yeah, all time Central, by the way. Tomorrow morning, 9 a.m. weekly pop culture wrap up. I'll be talking about some new comic book news, lots of announcements from DC this week. And also I'll be talking about those horror trailers that we were talking about at the beginning of tonight's show. Tomorrow night, 7 p.m. Central Time, Rockin' Robbie Live. We're going to have a grand old time. We're going to be talking about The Hunger. Maybe even, was it Savage Streets?
Yeah.
Savage Streets.
Yeah, that's on Amazon Prime. So maybe I'll do a double feature tomorrow, because I actually did laundry twice this week. So maybe I'll do a double feature. We'll see. Movie reviews, comic book talk, all that stuff, and more. DC sneak peek. Oh, I only got 5 comic books from DC. It's a very light week, but comic books, all that stuff. Okay. Then we skip forward to Monday night, 6 p.m. Central Time. Rockin' Robbie Live with Rob from Comics Explained. We're going to be chatting for an hour. It's going to be super fun. This dude's almost at 2 million subscribers here on YouTube, and he has graciously decided to somehow spend an hour with us. And so, hell yeah, we're going to have fun talking to Comics Explained. That's Monday night. Tuesday night, weekly comic book review. Whether I get my fucking comics or not, we're goddamn doing it. Then, Thursday night, Elliot Rahal will be on the show, Rockin' Robbie Live with Elliot Rahal, 8 p.m. Central Time. We will be talking about his experience with alien abduction. And then Friday night's PCP Movie Night, we're continuing March Madness with the winner of the PCP Army Movie Poll March Madness Edition, Texas Chainsaw Massacre. And then next week, we're right back here for part 2 with another great panel of guests. Right, Dylan? Yeah, brother, station.
That was a lot of cutting promo. And you moved.
Y'all have a great night.
That one's a bit.